LSR TV, your home for sim racing. It is Monday night. It is time for the No Limit Racing Cup Series. It is the Pro Series. It's round number 6. And guess what, Brandon Gagnon? It's Bristol, baby. The Barnes Paving 350 on the concrete. That is the world's fastest half mile. The last great Coliseum, Bristol Motor Speedway on LSR TV this Monday evening. Hello, everybody. I am Wesley Outland. Joined alongside is Brandon Gagnon. Yes, the man that called the fall brawl. We're at it again 3 days later. Brandon, first off, did you have fun at the E300 yesterday for Martinsville?
I had a blast. It was a great time, great showing, great racing, great announcing. It was great overall. I hope everybody else enjoyed it as well.
Definitely a fun time, and now we reset after having almost close to 15,000 views of that event and still continuing on with this event, the No Limit Racing Pro Series, and tonight round number 6, coming off of a crazy race at Talladega last Monday night. Now we prepare for Bristol. That's kind of a crazy transition, Brandon. You go from a 2.66 mile super speedway gargantuan crazy races at Talladega, and now we go to a place that's a short track that could also offer some crazy racing as well.
The only thing the two have in common, definitely not the size of track, but they're going to be beating and banging. Tempers are going to be flaring. It's going to be good.
Qualifying coming when we return. Back with more in a moment from Bristol, the No Limit Racing Pro Series on LSR TV, your home for sim racing, even on Monday night. Back here at Bristol Motor Speedway, getting ready for the Barnes Paving 350, 350 laps. But first, Brandon, we have to qualify to see who will be the best here at Bristol.
Laying down a hot laps here, boys. You can't touch that wall, and it's hard to be able to drive it in deep and hold that throttle down.
Could see some of these drivers getting into place here now as qualifying is about to get underway. Again, the best drivers here for the No Limit Pro Series, and that's one of the cool things I love about this series. Actually, is you have to work your way up to this pro national level with the No Limit Racing Series. You can run the Thunder Series on Tuesday night, and if you pay your dues, Brandon, you can then move up to the National Championship Series. That is the No Limit Racing Pro Series.
That's the way it should be everywhere. Brad Keselowski brought it up the other day. When you have drivers that are just involved that aren't competitive, you got to learn how to drive, be patient, build your level, just like in any sport, college to pro. That's what you need to be doing.
For sure, definitely, and we'll get these drivers all in place, qualifying on the racetrack now as it looks like Brandon Fronapple. We'll see what he can do. And watch the ticker on the bottom. Boy, Charles Wooten's the man. Watch this. He's on the clock. Well, not a minute and 18 seconds. If he was going that slow, he'd be in trouble on his way to Knoxville. But he's on the clock now. Let's see what he can do here. Let's see Brandon Fronapple in real time qualifying now, Brandon.
This is awesome to see. 14.676. Put him at top of the pole.
Wow. Can you say quick time? So it works in dirt racing. I don't know if it really works that good in the world of pavement for qualifying. Brandon Fronapple, he's best lap 14.693 and quicker 14.659 on his last lap. So Brandon Fronapple at the top of the board works his second. What a field of cars here, man. Almost 20 plus late models. Here comes Hank Caston ready to qualify in car number 36.
It's impressive seeing second laps as being the faster time. Those are always hard to do, and to see Brandon do that, it's very impressive.
Ready to see what these drivers can put on the racetrack now, as again we are still qualifying for the No Limit Racing Series is again on Speedway. Here they come again. Matt Lovett, number 41. We'll see what he can do on the racetrack. Beautiful number 41 machine is Brandon Frontapple, Wirtz, and Titchener right now, the top three. Caston and Knighton round out the top five. And again, qualifying just under less than 2 minutes remaining. You got to put down a good lap here to make it count, to make it in the Barnes Paving 350 coming up next.
These paints are impressive. Big shout out to all these paint jobs.
Beautiful wrap jobs on these cars, man. And by the way, we saw some cool wrap jobs in the E300 last night, too.
Oh, yeah, those are great.
More time on the clock here now. We'll see what these drivers can do as qualifying is again officially underway for the Barnes Paving 350 here tonight. 350 laps around the Bristol Motor Speedway. That is going to be very, very entertaining. Qualifying is now going to have Michael Woolley on the Speedway, the number 13. We'll see what he can do on course.
It's interesting. These times aren't dying off at all. There's a mix of about everything right now in qualifying.
Yeah, they're definitely close to unison, if you ask me, for sure.
Normally you see more rubber being laid down and it changes as it goes, but you're not seeing that tonight.
Definitely. By the way, Gagnon, check your messenger, bud. I have sent you the official roster for tonight's Barnes Paving 350, just to help you out from one announcer to another.
Appreciate that, bud. Grabbing it now.
Yes. All right, Michael Woolley. Going to end up now 6th overall. As right now, Brandon Frontapple is the man that looks like he will set the bar here in qualifying. Just a couple of more minutes remain, or actually seconds for that matter. And I believe we got 3 or 4 cars that have not took time. They better make their mind up, though, Brandon. The clock is about to tick down to 0, and they're going to have to start at the tail.
Hey, you've got 2 options at the tail. Sit back and hope you don't get lapped early, or avoid something. That's about it.
That's exactly right. Yes, sir. The No Limit Racing Pro roster again, the man of the number 5 of the Incognito Racing entry out of Warsaw, Virginia, 25-year-old. In his 9th season for the 46 branding company, Neoism entry of Brandon Frontapple. Looks like he will be the fast qualifier as 3, 2, 1, checkered flag about to wave over the flag stand, and that will officially wrap up qualifying. And now the field will get ready to grid, and we'll get ready to introduce the starting lineup here tonight for round number 6 of the No Limit Racing Pro Series here, and of course at the Bristol Motor Speedway. We're going to give a little moment to let things reset real quick. Maybe we got to reset it real fast, maybe try it again. And again, we'll get everybody in place, ready to go for this event. It should be an exciting one as the drivers are getting in place for this evening. Brandon Frontapple on the pole. We're going to try this again. Can we try it again now, Cody? Yeah? Okay, when they roll on the track, we'll give you the starting lineup, but we'll have to do it really, really quick, though. Really quickly, though, because honestly, we've got 30 cars in this race, 27 total to go here tonight at Bristol.
Hey, if they can turn a lap in 16 seconds, I think we can read off about, 30 names in 16 seconds?
Rocking and rolling, brother. We can do it for sure, definitely. And again, as qualifying is officially in the books, we'll get ready for the Barnes Paving 350. Again, round number 6 coming up tonight for the drivers of the No Limit Racing Pro Series. And again, these drivers all getting into position, all getting ready to go to racing. By the way, you can follow them at NoLimitRacing.net, their official website, NoLimitRacing.net for the Thunder Series. They'll be in action tomorrow night. And then, of course, again, you can also follow the action here right now for the Pro Series on your home for sim racing, LSR TV. They've got a lot of races coming up on the schedule. As real quickly, let's take a look at the point standings as we move into tonight's event. Real fast for the Pro Series, drivers getting into position. It looks like currently right now, after last week's crazy shenanigans at Talladega, Matt Lovett leads the way, just 7 back to Brian Wirtz at 2:16. Matt Cherry is 3rd. Anthony Titchener is in 4th, and Alec Coates in the top 5. Caston Frontapple, fast qualifier here for the Bristol event coming up here tonight, is looking 7th in standings. Casey Knighton, Casey Gilchrist Gilchrist, and Jake Fluman is currently your top 10 right now in the standings. The field rolls off of pit road. Let's give you your starting lineup for the Barnes Paving 350 here tonight at Bristol. On the pole, it's going to be Brandon Fronapple in the 5. To the outside, Brian Wirtz in 82.
Row number 2, you got the 87 of Anthony Finchner and the 36 of Hank Kaskin.
Row number 3, Matt Lovett 41, 13, Michael Woolley.
Then you got the 02 of Josh Mayu and the 84 of Casey Knight.
And don't forget about Stephen Evasius also in that mix. Casey Knighton, Cody Cox round out the top 10. We'll move on to row number 6. It's Josh Klinger in the 17, the 26 of Casey Gilchrist. Then you've got Loudson and Mock in row number 7. Edwards Coates in row number 8. Jorgensen Cherry, row number 9. Row 10 will find Clark and Keys. Then you got Carver Davazio in row 11. Mine Hedrick, row 12. And then to round out the tail, Edward Jurgen and Jake Elrod ready to come to green next time by at Bristol. Brandon, what do you think?
It's Bristol, baby. That's all we can say.
Baby.
It's Bristol.
It's Bristol, baby. And it's time to kick some concrete here on the half mile Great Coliseum. Ready for round 6 of the No Limit Racing Pro Series on your home for sim racing. Happy Monday night. We are green. It's Bristol, baby. Roaring down the front straightaway, ladies and gentlemen, you have a race, and we're already 3 laps in. They are rocking and rolling around the high banks here in Tennessee virtually there, Brandon.
You got some smart drivers at single file already, but one thing here at Bristol, if you can run the low line and still maintain good position for good 20 laps, watch these mid-pack guys doing that come back to the front later on.
Watching these drivers work their way back around the racetrack. Another lap on the board here underway for this event. The Barnes Paving 350, round number 6 now for the drivers at Bristol, and still a lot of racing here in the early going right now. It looks like it's Wirtz finally getting back around, the driver of the number 5 of Fronapple, casted patiently there in 3rd. And while that goes on, they are ticking these laps off quickly. Great spirit of drivers here, ready to go around the last Great Coliseum.
There's some pressure being put on 3rd place right now. This is going to be interesting.
3rd place battle casted. Here comes Fitchner in the mix. Also Lovett, Woolley riding on board now with Fitchner in 4th position. That on board presented by Swag. What a show they put on, sanctioning the E300. That race will be back next year. How about this, Brandon? Following up with Billy Smith Jr. earlier this afternoon when I drove back from Kentucky back home now to the Boiler Room in Durham, North Carolina. There will be a clock replicated just like what the late model racers win every year, and we're also going to start branding the names of the race winners just like they do with the Harley J. Earl Trophy at Daytona or the Borg Warner Trophy at Indianapolis. This is a special event that we are wanting to keep going for years to come.
Yes, it's very personable to a lot of people, especially that the race wasn't able to be run in real life yesterday. So to have that full feel, that real feel, and the fact that Billy himself is going to deliver the winning check and everything to Garrett that makes it even better for everybody around.
Really, really cool to be able to do that for sure. Definitely. Round 6, No Limits Racing here at Bristol as we're underway. 11 laps in now as Swartz is still the man out in front. As you see them there exiting off the corner. Fronapple waiting patiently, still too early to go, and I love the fact that we're about 15 laps into this deal here now, lap 13 on the board. And honestly, Brandon, last night, I was thinking this race would be yellow flag central right off the get-go. These drivers,
Speaking of yellow, in the wall.
Trouble. Dang it, why do I say something? Fitchner gets loose. He holds on to it, though. No caution.
What a save. What a save. The rear end was gone. He gathered it back up and held his position. position. Awesome
Thank you,
job.
Anthony. Thank you, Anthony. Maybe
Still
I can
your
break
fault.
the jinx
Still
tonight.
you might have not brought the yellow out, but you brought some contact.
I did. I'm sorry, man. Holy cow. Oh, every time I say something happens, man. Casey Finchner, that's worth a Swag replay, might I add. Let's take a look at it. Replays presented by Swag E-Raps and Graphics, as well as the caution flags. This should have been a caution, but boy, man, Casey Finchner, what a job of driving, Brandon. You called it. Look at this.
He gets the right front quarter panel into the left rear.
Let's love it.
It's coming.
Another lap around here. Watch this.
He tried to dive it in there.
Oh, my goodness.
You know, here's the hard part. We always talk about tempers flaring at Bristol.
Yes.
The guy that gets turned is going to be frustrated. The guy that did it knows it wasn't intentional, but don't be surprised later on in the race, you don't forget that stuff as the one that almost got turned.
Hey, it's your fault.
Well, you caused it, let's be honest.
That's right, I did. I'm sorry for sure, man. Definitely. I jumped the gun a little too quickly. Oh, man. But we are having a fun time here at the Barnes Paving 350 underway. We're about to be 20 laps in. Great racing all over. Words front, Applecast and Finchner. Love it. The top 5. Loving it here. As there goes the car that won last week, man. What a crazy race it was at Bristol. Out of nowhere, we saw some craziness. Oh, well, looks like we got a car damaged already, looking like a modified. The 15.
Yeah, his whole front nose piece is missing. And
Wonder what happened to him. I'm understanding he wanted better airflow. He's working on some new aerodynamics for the upcoming race season.
Well, that came from the producer, so we don't know how accurate that is.
That's right. Oh, my goodness. I'm not going to go there. You said that there, Cody, not me.
We will virtually be auctioning off the pieces of his car.
He said that was the car of tomorrow, might I add. That's all I'm going to say. That's the car of tomorrow. That's right. And yeah, you're going to jinx it there. Yeah, I said something about cause the caution, and now our producer's going to say, hey, Wesley, 23 laps in, caution free. Yeah, 25 laps in coming up and still caution free. 325 laps remain in the Barnes Paving 350. And again, I'm blown away that they're getting around the last great Coliseum. I know we got one car working on the car tomorrow in Milan in 15, but other than that, everybody else is doing good.
Now, the interesting thing, you got Matt Cherry, the 48 winner of last week. He's actually up 8 positions, just cracked the top 10.
Another lap on the board here. Look at these drivers. They work their way off the corner in the top 10. There goes Cherry. As they work their way back into the corner into 1 and 2. Back around. Whoa, hold on there, 17. Almost in the wall. Down the back straightaway. He holds it together. That was Klinger. All these drivers now trying to hold off the driver in the car number 32, the man that is currently leading the way.
Now, something we never see here, you never see green flag pit stops. And granted, I'm probably going to be the one to cause the caution now. But if we have to have green flag pit stops, I've been on here for 3 years. I can't remember ever having to make a green flag pit stop at Bristol. That'd become interesting.
That's true. It would be very, very interesting if that did take place, for sure. Right now, we still keep on rocking and rolling.
You also see a lot of guys not wanting to make a move because if you can't clear the guy in front of you and you get stuck on that low line, if there's a line behind you, you're not getting back in.
And we're still a long way to go. I mean, we're making great time. As, again, Brandon Front Apple set fast time on the clock. But now, you know, he's trying to deal with Wirtz, and we still have a lot of other racing going on through the pack. Everybody respecting each other, I would have to say the word is right now on this half-mile high banked at Bristol.
You have to respect early. If you don't, and then, ooh, tighten it up. Too wide, double file.
Little hard contact racing there inside the top 10. That's with Fitchner and Woolley, Mayu, Cox all in that mix as they work their way back around the racetrack on the bottom of the speedway. We got one coming down below the pit lane. That's Smiling.
Something happened to the 14. Yeah, he's also without a hood.
Oh, wow. the Barnes Paving and Trucking 350 for the No Limit Racing Pro Series. Now approaching 35 laps since the drop of the green flag. Green. I'm impressed.
This is very impressive, but don't forget, you mentioned it earlier. These guys are here for a reason. They've raced their way up into it. They know what they need to do to be professional and race like they are right now.
That's exactly right. That's why they are called the Pro Series. The Thunder Series is in action on Tuesday nights. To make it to this level, they got to get through that round first. As again, we're still in the early going. Rocking and rolling around Bristol Motor Speedway on LSR TV. Coverage continues of the Barnes Paving and Trucking 350 on your home for sim racing when we return.
With the Butt Kicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. Butt Kicker. The future is feeling.
Back here at Bristol, and yes, we are still under green.
Usually every time we go to commercial, Wesley. Usually every time that happens.
That's true. Normally every time we come back from break, there's always a wreck, but so far we are good. Welcome back to our coverage here on LSR TV. The Barnes Paving and Trucking Incorporated 350.
Contact!
Whoa, look out. Trouble. Front straightaway. Got a car spinning. Bottom of the apron. Car number 39. Yellow is out. First swag caution of the evening for car 39 and Casey Clark. Casey Clark putting us under the yellow flag. The driver of the Hall and Gas Motorsports entry out of Grafton, Ohio. Hauling Gas Motorsports, 22-year-old, his second season. Here's the replay, Brandon.
I know it happens on the straightaway for sure. He gets into a slow car, and it's a boomerang at that point.
He says, excuse me, coming through?
Do not pass go, do not collect $200.
All right, Monopoly man. Here's another look at the replay. You're on board with now Clark in 39.
You'll see that there's a checkup. There's definitely a checkup for sure. And the guy behind him didn't see it.
I'm surprised that this didn't happen. Wow, front apple got into him, it looked like maybe.
Absolutely. He had help from behind.
Let's see if the 5, can we get on board with the 5 car? Front apple, does he have any damage on the front of his car? We're thinking front apple got into Clark. Let's see it one more time. 45 of 350 under our first yellow. Front apple, the pole car, on board with Brandon. The driver from Virginia. Oh, no, actually, no. He got bunched. Really, it's not his fault. Traffic bunched up in front of him, and Clark and front apple just made contact.
Nope, and that's what happens at Bristol. He couldn't see it coming. He had nowhere to go and nothing to do.
And the caution is out. Cars are coming into the pit lane. Hey, by the way, quick reminder, tonight, no Northwest iRacing Cup Series event. We are taking Monday night off. We'll come back next Monday night with the road course race at Daytona. But the Truck Series is in action on Thursday. Oh, yeah, road course at Daytona. Should be fun. Coming up, a new Dirt Series sanctioned by Swag on October the 13th. You excited to sling some dirt soon, Brandon?
I can't wait. I can't wait at all. Asphalt's for getting there, dirt's for racing. I've always heard it. Never been great at it, but definitely excited to get into it.
We'll see what happens for sure. That's coming up on October the 13th. That's 3 weeks from tomorrow. Cars are on the pit lane for service. 47 of 350 here tonight at the Barnes Pavement and Trucking 350. Round number 6 for the No Limit Racing Pro Series here on LSR TV. Still a lot of racing left to go as we're just under 100 laps remaining.
I'll be interested to see when these guys get bunched back up if the patience is still there or if we're going to see a lot more aggressive racing, even with a lot more laps to go.
The No Limit Pro Series rocking and rolling again. We're glad to be on your home for racing, your home for sim racing, LSR TV. By the way, coming up next week, we're at Charlotte Motor Speedway. 280 laps around the Charlotte Motor Speedway. It should be a good race. Airtime will be under the lights at Charlotte, 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 Central. Next Monday night, from Bristol to Charlotte, on to Dover, to Pocono, to Richmond. 10 rounds, and then we move into the playoffs. Begin at Vegas. Playoffs? Don't talk about playoffs.
I just want to win a race.
Under the yellow flag here, and we could have went to commercial break, but we're not, because, I mean, you know, we already went to commercial, so we're ready to go back to green here, though. Underway.
Big jump up front for Wirtz.
Out in front. Wirtz leading the way in that car. Still a lot of racing here left to go.
And look at the 48.
Laps remain.
The 48 is up 15 positions, sitting in 3rd place, your race winner from last week.
Yes, sir. Well, we got a car on the pit lane, is what I'm being told. Car number, that the 99, I think it is. The 99 of the pit lane, DeFazio, coming to the pits for service on the 99 car. But right now, again, the driver of car number 82 continues to lead the way. Who is that for Dark Horse Racing out of Byron, Michigan? 24-year-old Brian Wirtz, the Nevada, Arizona Pace T in his 2nd season. In the car number 82, he leads the way. Michael Woolley now in 2nd spot. In that car number 13, my buddy out of Eddington, Illinois, from the land of Lincoln. In the Dark Horse Racing entry for Nevada, 9 seasons in the series.
That's a beautiful paint job.
My apologies, it's NVIDIA. I just didn't see the I after N. NVIDIA. Okay.
Got one myself. Couldn't be iRacing without it.
They need to add the I at the end of the N. NVIDIA. I'm playing. 55 laps in, under 300 laps to go. Brian Wirtz leads the way. Michael Woolley 2nd, Matt Cherry 3rd, Matt Lovett is 4th, Anthony Fitchner, what a save he had earlier in the race. He's currently in 5th. Isaac Mock is in 6th. Sean Lodison is in 7th. Hank Castine is 8th. Stephen Avasi is his 9th, and Josh Klinger currently the top 10. There's the 48 of Cherry. Cherry won Talladega. What a crazy race that was last Monday night for the first race to debut on LSR TV with the No Limit Racing Pro Series.
You're starting to see a lot more lap traffic early on in the race, and it's shocking, but these leaders are going to have to start navigating around this early on. Oh, and 48 gets loose.
48 Cherry loose on the bottom. Up top shelf goes Matt Lovett. He goes up into the Angels Expressway. Carries also Isaac Mock with him. Trying to also go with Anthony Fitchner. And they go up onto the top of the racetrack. As there goes also the 95 and the 24 battling of Isaac Mock and Sean Lodison. Lodison now goes to the outside lane. Here they come. Beautiful looking car there as that 95 is.
Very impressed with all these wraps. Very impressed.
Isaac Mock currently on the racetrack. He's in 5th. And let's see how fast he makes a lap around the last great Coliseum.
Oh, this real-time scoring is awesome to see, Wesley.
Yes. Get out of my way. 15.343. His fastest lap so far, the race so far, 14.824. We should have used this yesterday in the E300. 24 up against the wall. That's Sean Lodison. He's trying to close in. Getting a run on the 95 of Isaac Mock. He'll clear on the bottom. And the outside lane will work there for the 24. Lotuson, he'll move to that spot. They'll put him in 6th. Meanwhile, Woolley closing in on the leader.
I think a lot of these guys learned in that first long run, you're going to have to start going to the bottom, at least in 1 and 2 or 3 and 4, to start conserving some of those tires, because you saw a lot of guys drop off towards the end of that long green flag. And we talked earlier on, you run the bottom, you're saving a lot of tire. You may lose track position, but you'll be there later on.
Still a lot of racing here left to go. About to close in on lap 65 complete. 350. The Barnes Paving and Trucking 350 here tonight.
Matt's making some moves right now. Okay, he's still there. Yeah, up to P2.
I was wondering if he was losing ground. Lovett was starting to fade, but now he's moved back to 2nd spot. Got right around Woolley like he was a sitting duck. Riding on board now with Lovett in car number 2's position, the 41 car. He has moved now to the 2nd spot. We're riding on board with him thanks to Swag in that car number 41.
There's no Darlington stripe here, Wesley, but they definitely use that right front to get into these corners.
The driver, the number 41 at Dark Horse Racing, 30 years old, of the National Alliance of Mental Illness. 2nd season racer on the Pro Tour. And guess where his hometown is? Bristol, Tennessee. This would be an impressive victory if he could win here at his home track there, Brandon Frontapple, for being the fast qualifier. Brandon Gagnon, if he could be able to win here at this being his home place, that would be special.
It means a lot. I've never got to do it here in Charlotte, North Carolina, but you heard Kurt Busch last night at Las Vegas. You dream
that was
about
so
it
special.
As a kid.
Yes.
Virtually or real life, you dream of that. You want to win at your hometown.
Yeah, you're exactly right. I mean, that is such a special
We've got a wreck.
trouble. We got a wreck. 34 gets involved. A couple other cars involved as well. Yellow is out.
That's not a big one, but it's the closest thing you're going to get for these first laps that we've seen.
Let's take a look at an instant replay. 2nd caution of the race. Clark in the 39. He wasn't involved, but he was around it. He gets on the binders to miss all of that chaos in front of him. Car number 54 putting us under the yellow flag. That's Cody Cox. He's the one that put out the caution in the number 54 machine. And we're going to look at it one more time on the replay to find out why we're under our 2nd yellow of the race on lap 75 of the Barnes Paving and Trucking.
Two guys drove it in hard. Other guys nowhere to go. Oh, that's
and the 95, man, Isaac Mock. Great piece of driving by the 99 to get on the binders as well of David DeFazio. We mentioned him earlier coming to the pits. Matt Cherry, Josh Mayu, Brett Edwards, Isaac Mock all on the pit lane right now for work. But it all started with the 54 machine. And the car number 54 and the 17 as well. The driver out of Idabel, Oklahoma, 32 years old for Dinkin Fika Racing. Cody Cox in the 54, as well as the number 17 of Josh Klinger for Oceanside Cleaners Racing out of Charlotte. Sponsored by Duke University. 2nd caution underway here, approaching lap 100. More coverage of the Barnes Paving and Trucking Incorporated 350 when we return to the No Limit Racing Pro Series on LSR TV. back here at the Bristol Motor Speedway, getting ready for the restart. Brian Wirtz, Matt Lovett, Anthony Thitchner, Michael Woolley, and Hank Keston. The top 5, Loudison, Klinger, Evasius, Mayhew, and Fronapple. Right now, the top 10 making their way back to the Geico restart zone. Actually, correction, at Bristol, it is the Zombie Racing Parts restart box at a turn 4. Greenback in the air. Brian Wirtz is gone in 82.
Either a big jump or Matt Lovett was still under caution, was sleeping.
Asleep at the wheel, Matt Lovett. Anthony Thitchner now closing in on him. These 3 cars trying to make a breakaway. Working lap 78 complete, now on lap 79 at Bristol as they work their way to the back straightaway. This battle heating up for 6. Klinger, Evasius, Loudison back into turn 3. Riding on the back. On board.
Watch how many laps. Oh, the 24 tries to get back up top. I was wondering if he was going to stay down, but he moved back up to the top line before he lost.
He sure did, man. Yeah, man, that's Brandon Fronapple. Look at that nice looking car there. That's Evasius, I believe it is. Stephen Evasius riding on board with him from the rear of the car. Behind him is Brandon Fronapple, the pole car here from Bristol earlier. Hard to believe we've been on the air for less than 30 minutes. We are already approaching lap 100.
This is amazing. It's very impressive to see these guys get single file in a race like this.
And these drivers doing a phenomenal job, and that's what Brandon was telling me. You know, I was asking him about some of these certain races and dates and things that was going to be on the schedule, and he's like, I promise you, these guys are the best of the best that I have running in my series. We might hiccup and make mistakes a time or two, and we're only human. But normally these guys get up on the whip and they race. We got trouble, though. Bottom of the racetrack. Cox is collected, and the 9 car also of Ryan Hedrick. Another swag caution. Only the 3rd one in a leg coming up on lap 85.
You said caution, and what do we have, Wesley? A caution.
Yeah. I'm sorry. Whoa, that's not my fault.
The 54 lost it.
Wow.
Nowhere to go.
My goodness, that's
Nobody
a lot worse than it turned out to be. Oh, wow.
If you haven't been to a junkyard, you just visited one. It's going crazy.
Listen to the virtual crowd, man. They love it. Watch this view.
I don't know what happened in the back. Let's see.
On board with Clark in 39. He's been a virtual highlight reel here today so far at Bristol. Watch this. It all comes unglued. Look out. Oh, no. Oh, man, I got whiplash watching that. And then he's got Cheech and Chong riding with him now.
Hey, can someone in the production booth bring me some ice? My neck hurts right now, please.
Dude, I literally just turned and I was like, oh my goodness.
Is there a view to where it shows the guys in the back, like the 9? I want to know what they saw because there's no brakes after that wreck happened.
Ask and you shall receive. Let's ride on board with the 9 car of Hedrick. We'll see what he thought. What he saw, not thought. What he thought was, oh my goodness, I'm wrecked. But what he saw at the 9 car. Look at this. In front of Clark. Coming up on it now. Here it comes.
Next backstretch, I believe.
Yeah, next time around. Here we go. Look at it. Here it goes. Oh, no.
That's not the 9 car. That's the 99.
That's the 99 car. He got lucky. Big props to him, David DeFazio. We want to see the 9 car.
We apologize, guys.
Riding on board with Ryan Hedrick. Here we go. Now let's see the 9 car. All right. He's what's the word? Dyslexic. 99. Watch this. Oh no. Oh,
he couldn't see.
Driver door into the 54 of Cody Cox.
Driver door in the 54. I like the ring to that, but he couldn't see anything coming. So I was wondering why, watching that initial replay, why he kept going like he did. But from that driver view, if it does happen, you have a guy in front of you and to the left. You don't see anything in front of that.
And, there's many times that I get to announce with NASCAR, and I got to announce at Bristol at the All-Star race. And, to hear the reaction of the crowd, the way they cheered and booed and roared, it is just like the real thing. what we just saw.
It's the best track on the circuit, especially for fans. It's one of those few tracks that no matter where you sit, you see the entire race. You have some people that go just to see wrecks. You get them. You get good battles for finishes. It's a great track overall.
And Martinsville did not disappoint either. Congratulations to Smithfield Foods, Ford Esports, Elliott Sadler Esports Racer, Garrett Maines out of Powelton, Virginia, winning the historic Swag E300 yesterday. You saw it on LSR TV. Blown away by the numbers, by the production. A lot of work behind the scenes to make that as successful as it was. And honestly, it's a day after. And Brandon, we're already in the stages of minds and thinking and coming up with bigger ideas for the next one next year in 2021.
You've got to. The fact that we're a little over 24 hours, and there's been a total overall platforms of 15,000 views. Is just big overall. Billy and Rhonda from Swag, all the work they did, all the work you guys did in the booth and the production and the sponsors.
Hey, you were one of our in-race reporters.
I know, I had a blast. Every time you came to me, I was telling you, hey, I'm trying not to do this because I'm getting wrecked. But hey, you still came to me. I felt important. It was awesome.
Yes, sir. Well, I tried to contact you under caution, but never tried to call you hey, buddy, how's the race going? Oh, it's good. Going to the corner right now.
The best part of it, Wesley, I watched lap 83 that was sponsored by Studio Displays, which was awesome. Yes. But, yeah, we're going great.
And then we had as we get ready for the restart, coming up on lap 100, working lap 90 complete. 91 complete, and lap 92 on the board now. And I was also going to say, then we kind of bypassed it by accident in the second half of the race because we had a caution. And then I was like, oh, forgot Studio Displays. Yeah, I got to take care of y'all.
Which was awesome, but when I did get into that wreck that just happened to be on lap 83, I went back and watched the broadcast.
Yeah.
And he's like, it's good to see it, but it's bad for sponsorship.
we're under caution again yellow on lap 93, might I add. Caution out again. We'll find out what happened. Looks like it might be is it the 22 maybe? Or the 92? Yeah. Edward Jurgen. No, it's the 28. The 28. The 28, Ben Carver. We already had a car spun around. Ben Carver eats the concrete there off of turn number 3 and 4. There you see him, or the back straightaway, correction. And then there was another car that was spun. I want to say it was Isaac Mock in the 95 car, who was also spun. He's the one that everybody flew by in the 95 of Isaac Mock, and then the 28 of Carver into the wall. Here's a replay one more time. Let's go back and check it out. Oh, no.
Hey, no. Who was that behind him sitting at the apron? I think
the 46 of Evan Keys put him in the fence there. Gave him a little punt in the pants.
But I think something happened before that for that 48 or for the 28 to check up like he did and get hit like that.
Well, that's what I was trying to tell you. That car was spun on the bottom of the racetrack on the front stretch. The 95 car of Isaac Mock. This was in front of them. The car spun before. Right about now. Yeah, see? See? And then he got hit.
The only downfall, a driver mistake here that it's hard to control. You see somebody spinning, you immediately think, I got to get off the gas to figure out how I'm going to avoid this. But if somebody's right on your tail, you can't do that. And unfortunately, the 28 felt it from behind.
Tough break for the 28 of Ben Carver. He's out of Kannapolis, North Carolina, 41 years old, in the Hughes Esports entry, sponsored by Racing Electronics.
We're starting to see more cautions here, Wesley. I don't know if it's guys trying to gain position here, but it's still early. It's still real early.
Blame it on Wesley. He jinxed it. It's all your fault. So, under the yellow flag, cars getting a free pass, getting a wave around. The wave around being offered to a couple of cars a lap down or more. Alec Coates taking it, I believe.
You're not going to see many guys pit here at all. Track position is way more important. They haven't had a long enough run to have to worry about tires or fuel. So don't give up track position now.
That's right. Approaching lap 100. It's Bristol, baby. The lights are off on the pace car. No, they're back on. Well, I thought they were going to come back to the green, but it looks like they waved it off. They put the lights back on the pace car, gave everybody the wave around, letting cars get back to their position. And we will try this again. 1 to go now, being given to the field. Brian Wirtz leads the way in car number 82. Looking for a win on the series here in round 6 tonight at Bristol for the Dark Horse Racing team out of Byron, Michigan. NVIDIA, Arizona Peach-T entry, 2nd season in the Pro Tour for Dark Horse Racing, Brandon Gagnon.
Let's see if Brian Wirtz gets that jump. He's been getting a great jump. The 41 of Matt seems, I don't know if he's sleeping or just not timing it right, but let's see if he gets the same jump he has the last couple of restarts.
Coming up on 100 laps complete, still almost 250 plus laps to go here. They make their way back to the Zombie Racing Parts restart box out of turn 4. Green back of the air. The outside lane will work for Wirtz over Lovett. The points leader, 1 and 2. They battle down the back straightaway at green.
Much better start by Lovett. Much better. Let's see if he can actually wheel him in and make a move.
Remember Matt Lovett last week at Talladega, he struggled. Then he came out of nowhere and he was right there when it counted the most, and then he got caught up in the big one, but still salvaged a good day to still stay in the points lead. But he only leads by 7 now. By 7 points over Brian Wirtz. Yes, like I told you, the drivers 1 and 2 on the track, 2 and 1 in the points. Pretty good scenario as we approach lap 100.
Absolutely, and lap 100, we've only got 16 cars on the lead lap right now, and our biggest mover, you still got Matt Cherry 10 spots up in 8th, but then you got Josh Klinger in the 17th running P4. There he is.
Back into turn number 3, cars up into the wall. Stephen Evasius, hold on. Down to the bottom of the racetrack is Michael Woolley. Front Apple in that mix as well. Trying to get down below there. It's Michael Woolley's car. 4 cars fighting for honestly 5th. Exiting 4.
The most interesting thing you get here at Bristol, it's not your normal tires where a car gets tight. It's tight right off, or loose right off the gate, starts to get tight, then you get 30 laps and it starts to get loose on you again. So you've got to make adjustments throughout these runs.
Another lap on the board as Brian Wirtz continuing to stay out in front. Look at the 17 bouncing off the wall of Klinger. Here comes Woolley to the inside, trying to battle for that top spot. As here comes Woolley to the bottom. They're going to go and clear him now for 4th. Klinger will fall back to 5th. And while that goes on, Stephen Evasius licking his chops, ready to pounce on the 17.
What a smooth move by the 13. It's always hard to be able to get around somebody that quick in one corner, and he made good work of it.
He certainly did. Back across the stripe, another lap of the board. Just past lap 106 now. Whoa, 95, a little close to the 84. And that was Casey Knighton, Isaac Mock. And by the way, can I say this, Brandon? All this chaos that we've seen crashes for the 95, he is still on the lead lap. He just took the wave around, and he still is right now on the lead lap. He's currently in 13th.
It's impressive what he's going to have to do.
I'm sorry, 15th.
He's not going to have the RPMs that he needs down the straightaway, but if he can still roll the car through the corner and get off the corner well, he'll be able to maintain, depending on crashes, maybe get a top 10. That's all he's shooting for at this point.
These drivers turning 14-second laps. 14.824 right now, the fastest lap so far for Isaac Mock on the racetrack right now as he tries to get in front of Casey Knight and Cody Cox. And there's the Racing Electronics number 55. Hold on, Brett Edwards.
He saved it.
A nice save there. Yeah, by the way, he's got the cars that look like what we done at the All-Star race here back in at Bristol back in July. That's kind of the way the cars look like, except without the neon lights on the back.
What do you think of those numbers being pushed to the back, Wes? Do you like it? Are you torn?
As one of the people that were in the announcer booth for the race, it was a little difficult sometimes to be able to see because you're so used to seeing the big numbers on the side of the door panels. but I thought it was something unique and something different. I think they were trying to copy that kind of, not really copy, they were trying to entice and interact with the Fast and Furious people with the neon lights behind the back of the cars glowing, the way they changed the designs. It was just something special. Yeah.
The neon night, we got a yellow out.
We do. Yellow
The
flag.
48.
Oh, it's the Talladega winner. Matt Cherry goes around in 48.
He's got left rear damage. Let's see if he got some help on that one. He does not look happy.
Matt Cherry for Incognito Racing, the 32-year-old out of Scottsville, Kentucky, the state that I just left this morning. And the Lowe's LA Bank entry, 9 seasons on the Pro Tour. And he puts us under our 5th swag, yellow flag. And here's the replay. Well, watch this. You got the 24 behind him, Sean Loudison, but I don't... 54? Did he drift up in front of him there?
No, he hit the
did it to
wall.
himself.
Yep.
And by the way, might I add, great driving by Sean Loudison to miss hitting him after bouncing off the wall. Cherry did in 48.
Great driving there. I didn't think that was coming, but he, again, like you stated, he put himself in the wall, which causes a checkup, and the guy behind him can't do anything about it.
Sure did. Pits are open. Cars coming down to the pit lane. 116 in of 350. Michael Woolley is in. Hank Caston is in. Matt Lovett is in. Fronapple, Mayhew, Evasius, Cox, Klinger, Loudison. All these drivers, along with Matt Jurgensen and Casey Clark, all coming in for service just after lap 100. 116 complete. As they roar off of the pit lane, looks like Woolley will come out as the leader because he actually did not pit. Michael Woolley did not pit, so he will now become the new leader. Isaac Mock, we were just talking about him, looking like a modified. And Brandon, he's now in second in 95, up 11 spots.
If he stays out, I want all of you watching to be prepared. He does not have the motor right now, or at least any type of aero. So if he does stay out and stack up the field, it does. It's breathing good, you know that.
I want to see a modified race on Bristol. We might need to put something like that together for Swag and LSR TV and CRN. I would like to see a modified show on the concrete.
Might have something coming. Might have something coming for it.
I'll tell you what we do got coming. We got commercials coming to make it possible to sponsor our coverage on your home for sim racing. Closing in on lap 120. The Barnes Paving and Trucking 350. Round 6 for the No Limit Racing Series returns in a moment on LSR TV from Bristol.
ETE Reman is the world's best remanufacturer of transmissions for import and domestic cars and trucks. Based in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, our customers are repair shops, auto parts stores, dealerships, and distributors. And with 6 nationwide warehouses, we're where and when you need us. So when you're looking for a transmission that is like new, only better, instill confidence and install ETE Reman.
Back here at Bristol, getting ready for the restart.
This is about to get good.
119 in. Zombie Race Parts restart zone as they work on a turn 4. Green back in the air.
That inside line got checked up big time with the 95 not getting on his horse.
Listen to the crowd roar. Woolley is out in front. Josh Mayhew coming off also trying to attempt to run the E300 yesterday. In second, Hank Caston, Isaac Mock, Matt Lovett, the points leader currently in the top 5. They work their way down the backstretch going to 3.
I see what the 95 did. He wanted to stay on the lead lap, knowing that he doesn't have the motor to do anything. It's going to take a while for these guys to get back around to him.
Caution. Out again. Another visit by the Banana Republic flag, and it's the 46 of Evan Keys.
We got another modified involved in this race.
Got a car looking like Tony Stewart. Let's see what happened. Look out.
Oh, he locked him up. He couldn't go anywhere.
It's the 87's fault. Anthony Fitchner. Anthony Fitchner, the one that brought out the caution earlier in the race, remember, on lap 3?
Oh, but he got dumped by the 24.
Oh, it's Bristol, baby. That's all I got to say. It's Bristol.
Wesley, I've been waiting 124 laps to say this, but tempers are flaring, baby, at Bristol.
Watch this, the 24. A little impatient.
Oh, he drove it in.
A wiggle and a giggle and a bobble and a jiggle, and then a punt.
It wasn't even 4th down.
So Sean Loudison charged for the incomplete pass.
Turnover on downs.
So that's it. I had to find a way to put in a football segue in this broadcast one way or the other.
That was great.
Michael Woolley, Hank Caston, Josh Mayhew, Matt Lovett, Brian Wart's the top 5. I will say this. I love announcing racing, but damn it, I'm missing announcing football this year. You know, normally I do like about 10 college football broadcasts for Fox Sports Radio, and of course we have our deal with CRN where we cover swag, and we also do high school sports in North Carolina, and not had a chance to announce any football this year. So
yeah, well, hopefully that will change at some point. It is disappointing. At least we got some sports back and starting to move in the right direction. When you see
my Steelers are 3-0. That's I got to say that much. My Steelers are 3-0.
I never knew you were a Steelers fan. If I knew that, I might have been busy tonight.
Yeah. He likes the Cowboys. Oh, yes, we all like the Cowgirls. I'm a sucker, baby, for what the Cowgirls do. That is lyrics to a song by Vince Gill before anybody starts reprimanding me, okay? It's a song.
Well, I've struggled my entire life being from Maine and involved in racing, because every time I tell somebody who my favorite football team is, they ask me if I'm deflating tires on the racetrack. So if you put 2 and 2 together, you know what I mean.
And now you got Cam Newton.
Can we go to a commercial break, please?
127 laps in to the Barnes Paving and Trucking 350. And we're going to stay on the air just to torture you, Brandon Gagnon. Lights are off on the pace car, too, by the way. So we're going to go back to the Zombie Auto Parts restart box and get ready to drop the green here again.
Well, I want to make an apology statement to LSR TV. If you lost any viewers within the last 5 minutes, I take full responsibility.
Woolley and Caston on the front row, ready to bring this back to the green flag. Michael Woolley chose the outside as lane choice for the restart. That's interesting to Brandon.
That's where you want to be. You can get the drive off the corner, clear the inside car, and you get the jump.
There you go. Caston will slither his way back to the inside. No. Boy, Woolley got a big jump there back in the Zombie Auto Parts restart box. Green back in the air. Working lap 28. 128 here of 350.
The 41 back in the mix. Matt Lovett's making his way back up.
Closing in on a little shower of sparks there for Hank Caston. He'll keep on going. There goes also the points leader, Matt Lovett. Brian Wirtz right there behind him.
Wesley, did they paint these walls black, or is this just all the rubbing that we're seeing tonight?
No, they painted the walls black because they got tired of having it white and having to paint over it from all the hits.
Very good point.
That's the reason why. That's what Brandon King told me. Too many Brandons I'm working with tonight.
Oh, he got loose. He got into the wall, got loose. They checked up, though. Good move by the 41 and the 82.
This is 4 cars battling for the lead on lap 133 now. As here comes Front Apple, our whole car back to get around Wirtz.
Can he make it work?
Inside, coming out of turn 4.
Oh, it's so hard to clear somebody without being able to get off the throttle coming out the corner.
He held him off, though. Woolley's got a problem in 13. He loses 1 or 2 spots, maybe more. Wow.
That just went wrong on him quick.
And Matt Lovett will duck back in line and go to second and begin his ascent to run down the leader of Caston on 4. He's got to run to the bottom.
You notice he dropped right back in line, though, because if you can't make the pass, you got to get back in line, or you will not be the passer, you'll be the passee.
The passer, the passee, somebody's getting passed. New leader, Matt Lovett, the points man in 41.
What a move, and he's walking away.
Matt Lovett back to the lead. And carrying his nemesis, Brian Wirtz, with him. 1 and 2 in the points, 1 and 2 now on the racetrack. And they're overcoming back marker cars here in a bit as well as they go to the 3.
It'll be interesting to see if there's anything wrong with the 82 or if he just let him go to get back in line again.
Excuse me, coming through. Brandon Front Apple, the pole car, has now moved up to 3rd. Oh, a little blinking there by Matt Lovett. We got to keep an eye on that. Remember, there is a rule on the No Limit Racing Series. If you start blinking, we call it net code. If you start having that problem, Brandon Gagnon, you have 2 laps to get it fixed.
They need to keep it that way, and that's the way it should be in every series. People, you have to understand the internet connection in your own home can affect others on the track. So great job by No Limit for making it to where you have to have a stable connection to continue racing.
Working lap 141, 140 laps complete. Lovett, Wirtz, Front Apple, Caston, Woolley, top 5, back across the start-finish line, riding on board with the number 5. And we got a caution. The pace car has crashed. Oh, no.
That's what it looked like.
I thought for a second that was the pace car. It's the number 88. 92, actually, of Edwin Jurgen. Look out.
The 12,
the 12
started
spun in front of him. He was trying to miss Steven Evasius. He was trying to make evasive action to miss Evasius. And here, he bounced off Klinger in 17. Oh, and he got hit again from somebody.
Yes, he got drilled by, I think, the 24.
Sean Loudison. And then the guy that we thought was the iRacing pace car comes in.
The only way the pace car spins out if our production manager's driving it. So we're good right now, folks.
Oh. Under caution. I hope our producer got him some good eats tonight. He was grouchy yesterday. He's like, the guy was so desperate, Brandon, he ended up eating some damn caramel dip, fingering caramel dip and mashed potatoes for dinner.
Well, the biggest question, has he eaten any popcorn or nachos today? And pickles. So yes, the answer is yes, folks.
Closing in on 200 laps remaining. We're not even at halfway yet. Lap 175 will be halfway in the Barnes Paving and Trucking 350. Next week, Charlotte.
It's a great track. A lot of grooves, a lot of tire wear, a lot of saving involved. It's a great track to run.
Talking about Bristol or Charlotte?
Charlotte.
Or both, yeah.
Yeah, both of them. But Charlotte's
fun
always
times.
interesting because as the race goes on, you see it year after year with the 600, and now you have the Roval. So, but anytime you see that the big race ran, the cars change so much with track temp, the sun going down, a lot of changes in that race.
Ironically, I'm actually in the broadcast booth with Hugh Brandon and wearing actually my Charlotte Motor Speedway officials announcer polo shirt.
If you've never been, oh, there's the weather. 76 degrees outside, wind speed 2 miles an hour, so the drivers aren't affected by that. Track temp 82, so that hasn't changed much since qualifying.
That's right. And a nice wind blowing at 2 miles an hour, so that's not affecting anything whatsoever. I thought the track temp would be a little bit warmer than what it is, but that's ironic as well.
I think with the cautions you're seeing at this point, earlier it might have warmed up a little bit, but now that you're not seeing full 40, 50 lap runs, I think it's cooling off more. But if you've never been to Charlotte Motor Speedway, I've been an infield season ticket holder for 15 years. Everybody that works there is great. The racing is great.
Oh, yeah.
Everything's wonderful, period, about Charlotte Motor Speedway. I've never been able to say anything negative about it.
And I will tell everybody right now, the Roval 400 is on schedule to have fans in the stands. The World Short Track Championship at Charlotte at the dirt track is still scheduled. And we are supposed to know something within the next 15 days, the next 3 weeks in regards to the World Finals at Charlotte for the World of Outlaws. Nonetheless, green flag back in the air. That's right. Brandon got to see me in my Charlotte Motor Speedway announcer shirt. That's what I was telling you. Ironically, I'm wearing it.
That's
Love
right.
it. Works front apple. Top 3.
Another
What was you
good
gonna
jump. Another good jump by the leader. So it'd be interesting if we have a late green-white checkered. I don't know how second place is going to be able to compete with the leader because nobody has been able to get a good jump like they have.
By the way, if we have any E300 viewers or listeners that competed in the race yesterday, I know they are still going over a full race review of the entire event, and once that is concluded, payouts will be made. Billy and Rhonda Smith again are going over the entire race with the race director, and once that is done, you will get your money. And I will tell you, I've just been informed that the admin has officially cleared the race, so payouts will be going out. If not tonight, probably tomorrow.
And
but again, $1,000 to Garrett Maines.
And if you didn't make it, whether you're a viewer or a driver, you need to be there next year. You got a year to prepare for it.
Oh, yeah, it'll be there next year. And by the way, something else we're working on, South Boston, Langley, Martinsville, our own esports Triple Crown.
That would be unbelievable. That'd be huge and a lot of fun to race in.
Love it. Works front apple. Caston, Klinger, Woolley. The top 5. Thitchner, Coates, Cherry, Mayhew, Knighton, and Mock. Riding on board now with Thitchner. He's in 7th, trying to size up and get around Woolley in 13 in front of him.
He's down 4 spots from the start, so he's looking to try. Oh, in the wall. He goes low. Can he clear him, though? He's side by side going down the backstretch.
Riding on board with him there. His car looks like a modified as well.
He's about to lose a position. Nope, he went back to the top.
It's amazing how damaged these cars are, and they're so competitive.
If you don't have motor damage, aero is not a factor here.
This battle going on now for 6th position. Woolley in the green, black 13. You're riding on board with him now. He's in 6th. Thitchner right there. Look at that.
The modified's giving him a push, and he's getting help from behind by Alex.
It's Josh Mayhew in the battle now.
Things
Slinging, wheeling and dealing through lap traffic as well. That's that lap car on the bottom.
Yeah, the 02. He's actually in 6th place.
Yeah, my apology. Yeah, that's Josh Mayhew. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. He got next to Thitchner now and actually is battling to get around Woolley. Look at this.
He slid up. Woo! He didn't want to get ran down. I'm telling you, if you don't get back to the high side, he's going low again.
Here he comes to the bottom. trying to make something work on the inside, and it is making that car get wicked loose. Here he tries again. He's got to run. He clears Woolley, put him now to 6th.
And he goes, yeah, he got it back to the top. Good to go. Clean sailing from here.
But great racing they're putting on right now as we're working now 15 laps to halfway in the Barnes Paving and Trucking 350 on LSR TV. Love it. Words front, Applecast and Klinger top 5, and this race goes on again in 3 and 4.
I'm still trying to figure out what's happened to the 13. He was dominant early, ran well, no damage, and all of a sudden he continues to fall backwards.
Right there in the fight. I just can't believe we're just after 9 o'clock and we've already completed almost half the race.
It's very
175
impressive.
laps coming up to the halfway mark. And there they come again across the line. The leader is on the move. Love it, under attack. Klinger trying to now make a move on Caston inside the top 5. This is for 4th. Go Klinger on the inside.
He's going to try and clear him here, but look at the 0-2. He's going to close that gap.
Mayhew. Yes.
If he closes the gap, oh, they're going 3-1.
No, false alarm. That's fake news. He'll try it again.
I need a heart rate monitor, boys.
I literally had the hair stand up on my neck there just a second ago. I was like, no, don't do it. No. So, yeah, he thought better of it. Mayhew on the bottom. He's probably the only car I'm watching right now that can really make the bottom work for him.
He
in the
can.
0-2.
And not only that, he's saving tires on the bottom. He's saving. So the fact that he's gaining positions and saving, impressive run by him right now. He's on the inside.
Klinger up the outside. Here comes Mayhew back on the bottom. Whoa.
Look at this on board. What a diamond. He is diamond in every corner right now. He doesn't bring it to the top.
And if you notice, everybody else is on the top shelf where Grandma hides the cookies from Grandpa. He's all stuck on the bottom.
Yeah, and it's working for him. This is an impressive run by him. And he made the pass.
He did. He got around him. Josh Mayhew and Josh Klinger. That was a nice battle of the Josh and Josh show. Hey, we're coming up on halfway. We're going to go side by side so you don't miss a thing. Get ready. Buckle up. Second half. The Barnes Paving and Trucking 350 continues on your home for sim racing. LSR TV, the No Limit Pro Series. It's Bristol, baby.
We're based out of West Monroe, Louisiana. We do custom T-shirts, racing. We'll do any shirt. We'll do schools, churches, fundraisers. We do a ton of event shirts, as you can see on our board here, all around our banner. Personalized. I mean, we'll do anything. It doesn't matter to us. We got the custom rugs. We use all the, top quality shirts, inks and everything. Hoodies, hats. We do embroidered hats, embroidered shirts. Just you can call us for anything. We do offer the bag and fold to where you can receive them and they're already labeled and tagged and bagged, ready to give out to your customers. So you just call us and just tell us, hey, this is what we're looking at doing. And if we're going to put the car on there, it is 125 quantity minimum. If it's without the car, it's 60 quantity minimum. That's strictly on the racing stuff. If it's a business or something, if you race on Texas shirts, it's a little bit differently. You can call us. It just depends on your quantity and ink colors. Everything is hand drawn. I mean, everything. We don't Photoshop anything onto a shirt or anything like that. Everything that we go through, everything is drawn, and which is the reason for the art fees. We do have several graphic artists that draw for us, and they're really good. So what we do is on any package that you do, we can mix and match. We can do any colors. You can do purple, red, blue, green, and do the rest black. It doesn't matter to us. With your design on there, we can do hoodies. We can do hoodies, long sleeve shirts, t-shirts, tank tops. It doesn't matter. I mean, it's almost limitless what you can do, and you can put all that together in that package to make that minimum requirements. They can call us 318-278-7191, or they can email us at bulletprooftees at yahoo.com, or they can go to the website bulletprooftees.com.
Back back here at Bristol Motor Speedway. LSR TV coverage after halfway. Welcome back to our coverage on your home for sim racing. This is the Barnes Paving and Trucking 350, round number 6 of the No Limit Racing Pro Series from Bristol Motor Speedway in Tennessee. I'm Wesley Outland again. Joined alongside is Brandon Gagnon just after halfway. Incredible production work as always by executive producer Charles Wooten. And again, we are under the yellow flag. After halfway, Brandon, what's your thoughts of the first half of the race so far?
Right now, I've got my eye on the 0-2. He was making moves on the bottom that nobody's been able to make all race. So we'll see what happens. The leader took pit road, and looks like second, third, fourth, fifth, and sixth all stayed out.
And looks like we're going to have pit stops now as we bring you back to the action here around Bristol Motor Speedway. The leader comes in. Matt Lovett will come to the pit lane. Brandon Frontapple on. Anthony Fitchner, Michael Woolley, Alec Coates, Matt Cherry, Sean Lottison, followed by Matt Jurgensen. All these cars onto the pit lane. And Josh Mayhew now, by virtue of the caution, Brandon has now moved to the lead in 0-2.
This will be interesting. The guys taking tires now are going to hope for a long green flag run. If they don't get it, it's going to allow the guys like the 0-2, the 82, the 17 that are still up front be able to run with them. But if we get a long green flag, he's got 4 pit stops so far. Current stint is 36 laps. Tires are going to start falling off for him at some point.
Yeah, I was going to say sometime between 36 to 45 laps, you could probably make a pit stop. So on tires, if you're going hard, and I'll have to say this as well, Josh Mayhew has been going hard on the concrete here at Bristol because he has been the only car that I can tell you in this race so far, just after halfway, that has used the bottom of the racetrack, and he uses it to advantage, passing cars, moving now to the lead.
Yeah, no, very impressive by him. We'll see if he can continue that. If he took those 36 laps to gain positions and then get up to the front and have no tire left, and you get the guys coming in 7th, 8th, and 9th that just pitted, we'll see what happens. It's going to be good.
Josh Mayhew out in front of the car number 0-2, as I just mentioned. The driver out of Lyons, New York, 40 years old, and the Harley-Davidson Haters Make Us Famous Racing Entry Team. Second season on the Pro Series, and now he leads the way here at Bristol. 180 laps, 181 laps complete now. And again, as we get ready to go back for green in a moment, the lights are off on the pace car. We'll now see Mayhew and Wirtz be side by side for the restart here.
It's going to be good. Let's see, like we've talked about all night tonight, let's see how great of a jump that top side leader gets compared to the inside guy.
And what's so interesting, Brandon, is this is the first time we have seen really Josh Mayhew use the outside for the restart. He's normally been on the bottom.
Agreed. Let's see if he's going to be up for the green flag restart zone here.
Back to the Zombie Auto Parts restart box here at Bristol out of turn 4. Second half about to get underway. Green flag on the restart. Josh Mayhew, whether on the bottom of the top shelf, he makes it work, and now he rim rides the wall. Back to green on the back straightaway at Bristol.
Huge jump by Mayhew. Let's see if he continues to ride the top line because it is the fastest, and he has nobody to pass at this point. 3 wide.
3 wide. Working back around there. We'll see 3 wide a couple of times. Look at Matt Cherry. He got involved in a wreck earlier tonight. He's back inside the top 10. Battling with Matt Lovett. Casey Knighton in the 41 down to the inside. Lovett's car. 3 wide in the middle. Oh, what a move. 3 wide, and he went to the outside lane. Are you kidding me?
Unbelievable.
Here he comes again.
Making another move.
Cherry has got a strong car. He says, I'm back. Inside, outside, middle lane. Little loose there.
You took the words right out of my mouth. He's loose, but he is flying, and loose is fast.
Loose is fast, and on the edge, you're out of control, as they say in Days of Thunder. Brian Wirtz up in the fence now. Here comes Lovett. Matt Lovett has passed 6 cars, 15 cars since the last restart. I can't believe it.
Watch him run the leader down. These tires are going to make a big, big difference, and you're going to see it now.
41 coming hard. He's after Matt Cherry now in the 48. What a show he has put on since the drop of that last green flag. And a caution. Oh, we'll have to wait for a sequel later.
Now,
Flag, caution, and an instant replay while we're under yellow. We'll find out.
If you're Josh, that's not what you wanted because you got the guys on fresh tires now just sitting right behind you.
And it's the number 28, I believe, and that is Ben Carver that put us on a yellow flag. The Racing Electronics number 28. Here is your swag, E-Wraps, and Graphics Sim Division Instant Replay.
The 99 around them again.
99, David Jurgen. Ben Carver out of Kannapolis, North Carolina. We'll see what happened. It wasn't him. It wasn't him.
I couldn't tell you. The Wizard of Oz, can't see him, but he's throwing something.
Rain delay.
There it is.
No. 54 car. He's the cause of the caution, the Cody Cox. Now we found it. Good work by our production truck. Here it is. The reason why we're under yellow flag just after halfway. Oh, a little contact. He had some help.
He did have some help, but
54 and 55. Brett Edwards got into Cody Cox.
There's a wall to the outside, though, Wesley. So even if he had to check up, I don't know what else the outside guy could do.
I just wish we could go back and rewind and take a look at that crazy drive that the 41 of Matt Lovett made through the field, along with Matt Cherry, too.
It was impressive.
Man. What a show.
But when the caution flag came out, when they went over the timing lines, it actually puts Cherry in third, not second, but he's up 15 spots from the original green flag.
All right, so we try this again as we close in on lap 200.
I'm gonna make
Thank you, Miles. Thank you, Miles. Miles McCleeskey says, "Go Steelers." Thank you. I have a fan club.
And back to the racetrack. I wouldn't be surprised if the 48 takes this lead within the next 8 laps. Bold prediction here.
Oh, yeah?
I hope I'm right because I haven't made one of those, so I'm hoping I'm 1 for 1.
Yeah, every time I pick somebody, they crash. That's why I just stay quiet. Yeah. Literally, Derek Fulton, yesterday, talking about what a superb job he was doing in the E300. Like, with under 20 laps to go, he'd come back to a restart and he gets crashed. My fault.
Oh, anytime you come to my in-car, I'm just going to tell you I'm having bad radio connection. But you had the 41 on the outside of the 48, so that might not happen. Let's see what kind of jump these guys get. Old tires and fresh tires.
Ready for the field to come back to the Zombie Auto Parts restart box. Green back in the air with Josh. Little slip there.
There's
oh
the
my
old
goodness.
tires.
Josh Mayu getting past like a sitting duck. Holy cow. He just got from first to sixth in 1 lap.
You cannot get back on the throttle with old tires at this track. You can't do it. I'm shocked he didn't pit.
Brandon Frontapple, the pole car, now back to P1.
You got to battle for the lead here. It's probably the closest one we've seen so far tonight.
And guess who it is again? Frontapple and now Matt Lovett. Cherry, Fitchner right there, Woolley in the top 5. And let's see what Frontapple will do if he can hold off Lovett.
They're both running identical times and lines right now.
Well, let's put him on the stop clock, shall we? Let's ride on board with the leader of the number 5, the fast qualifier. Let's see what he can do now. Trying to hold off Matt Lovett. They work their way off of turn 4, back to the front straightaway. Look at that. 14.958.
Compared to a 14.97 by second place, they're running identical right now, Wes.
Brandon Frontapple, we'll keep an eye on him one more time, and then we'll switch over to Matt Lovett, the points leader of the series. Look at this. 14.873, staying consistent in the 870s. Lovett turned at 14.871. Now let's see what Matt Lovett can do. Right there, dead on heat with him. Up the outside goes Frontapple. Lovett to the line in second. Where's he at? 14.913.
Lovett's
follow him one more time.
Lovett's putting pressure on him right now, but I also know he's not giving it everything he has. He's not diving to the bottom unless he can make a clean pass.
And by the way, we have passed lap 200.
And look at this.
15.038.
They're already gapping third place by 1.3 seconds.
Yes, they are. Having a race amongst themselves, and as they stay single file, they are powering away from third place car, Matt Cherry.
And as a driver, sometimes at this point, if you're sitting in P2 and you know that you're gapping third place, you ride there for a few laps because it's better just to open that gap up to where you can battle later. We got to move for third.
That's Matt Cherry under attack now by Anthony Fitchner.
The modified.
Fitchner. I'm telling you, a modified car there battling. Here comes Woolley back in that battle. By the way, Josh Mayhew fell all the way back to 8th now.
Very impressive run by the 87 right now. Very impressive.
Fitchner to 3rd, Woolley to 4th, and then there's Cherry. Brandon Frontapple leading the way here on just after lap 200. 350 laps of distance, round number 6 of the No Limit Racing Pro Series. On your home for sim racing, LSR TV, the Barnes Paving and Trucking Incorporated B50. From the last great Coliseum here at Bristol, virtually on iRacing. And Frontapple, who set the bar, now looking for his first win on the season. He is now rolling around here, coming to the stripe. But Lovett, the points man, right there with him in the 41.
Want to give a huge shout out to the guys, the lap cars right now. They're staying out of the leader's way, and when you're running up front like this, that's all you can ask for.
2 wins on the season for Matt Lovett, 1 win on the season for Brian Wirtz, 1 win on the season for Matt Cherry last week at Talladega.
Lovett's putting pressure on him right now. I think he's trying to get in his mirror, make it real big, and see if he can cause him to slip up.
Also, Dalton Tucker has a win, but he is not in the points. He's 30th. And again, those are your drivers that have won races so far this season.
Wesley, here you go again. That middle line seems to be rolling a lot better, but you've got multiple lap cars coming up in front of them.
A lot of racing going on as they work their way back around the racetrack again. Ready to see this battle of cat and mouse. Yes, sir. Yeah, I was about to say it, buddy. Cat and mouse game about to heat up with these guys.
Oh,
wow.
Nowhere to go. Nowhere to go.
Hold on. Ditchner. Oh, boy, was he dirt tracking it there for a second.
Yes, he was. Drivers get so mad when they're used as a pick, but if you're the leader, you have to do that. Choose a position to slow down the guy behind you.
You get even more mad when you're a modified car. Lap cars all around. Look at this. Another lap on the board as they'll cross the stripe. It'll be lap number 214. 213 laps complete.
The bottom line,
Lovett,
a pass for the lead.
Woolley. Here comes a pass for the lead. It's going to be now Lovett to the inside. Frontapple will throw the block on the outside lane.
He clears him.
He clears him. New leader, Matt Lovett, back to P1. Woolley was in this battle. We about had a 3-car battle for the lead as they come across the line on lap 215 now. What a show. It's Bristol, baby.
It's crazy. I heard Matt, I went to his in-car and I heard, here, kitty, kitty, kitty.
Oh,
then
really?
he made the pass.
Here, lizard, 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 lizard. Well, I would say call him Blizzard. It's a green and a black car.
That's right.
Moving through the cars. Look at this.
Lap traffic's killing him right now.
What a show they're putting on here. As Matt Lovett back to P1. Front Apple in second. Woolley now back to third. And now they are trying to move around lap cars now. The 99, David DeFazio. 5 laps down, about to be 6 as he gets a little punt from the leader. On board with Lovett on turn number 4.
That's so frustrating as a leader. You're just asking that guy to slow down, get out of the way, and when they don't, you have to anger management classes here at Bristol.
Back across the line, another lap. Across the start-finish line coming up. It'll be lap number 220 completed. What a show we have seen so far. Lovett, Front Apple, Woolley, Titchener, and the driver of Loudison, the top 5. Moving through lap traffic in this game of ping pong on the world's fastest half mile continues.
What's better than seeing a damaged car leading at Bristol? Nothing.
I love it. Lovett's car out in front, the 41. And now guess who's moved to second now? Michael Woolley in 13. Can he run down the leader?
He's
Matt
back.
is gone. Look who's back.
He's back. We didn't think
Lizard.
We thought he was falling back. We thought something was wrong. This might have been a strategy play on his point. I mean, the interval is just dying down. 2.3, 2.2. Back to 2.3, but he's gaining for sure.
Total pit stops is 3. And like I told you earlier, between 36 to 45 laps or so. And he did not pit. He's on 45 laps since his last pit stop. And again, when we saw that last restart, he literally got bypassed. But now it's like once they got a green flag run under their belt, about 10, 15 laps in, he's been strong.
Yeah, I'm telling you, unlike any other track, the car's loose, it tightens back up and it gets loose. Loose is fast. If you like it, you can make moves on it, and that's what he's doing right now. Lock jam.
Whoa. Anthony Titchener, the car that looks like a modified so far. 6 pit stops. 47 laps now since the last time he pitted. On the car number 87, we're running in there. Looking at Anthony Titchener for Haters Make Us Famous Racing out of Poughkeepsie, New York. In the Jim Beam. 9 seasons on the Pro Tour, 32 years of age. Anthony Titchener. And he was the one who gave us a pretty awesome highlight reel at the drop of the green. What, like lap 5? We thought it was going to crash, and he saved it.
Absolutely.
What a show they put on here. Bristol entertaining tonight. As we're approaching now lap 225.
We almost went through wide again, Wes, but they backed off. Here we go. Inside move by the 82.
By the way, correction, we're approaching lap 230. My timing and scoring froze there for just a second. And I have to shudder this idea. Brandon, do you think we could possibly see for the first time tonight green flag pit stops because we're under a long green flag run now?
I was thinking it, but since you said it, we know how this works. We're not going to see it. We're going to get a caution, but I hope you're wrong for the first time and we actually see green flag pit stops.
And there they are. Thank you. Evan Keys is on pit road in 46. Ben Carver's on pit road in 28. Casey Clark in 39. The cycle of green flag pit stops, at least for cars in the back, are underway.
If you make this early pit stop and you go green, you will be successful. If you make it and you don't, that's where the concern is. And as a driver, you don't want to be the one to go early because these guys can't slow down all the time to make pit road, and that's when you see your caution.
Working lap 235 coming up. Boy, oh boy, what a show they're putting on. Matt Cherry now, the man. Looking at him now, up 11 spots. He's in 7th. Trying to close in on Alec Coates to try to crack into the top 5 with Loudison.
Green flag racing is great to watch here, but I actually plan to spend up until at least 11 o'clock Eastern time with you. But I don't think we're going to see that the way this thing's going.
Man, these guys put on a phenomenal show. And next week at Charlotte will be no different. A good show at Talladega last week. We saw the craziness. We saw the races. But, I mean, it really was a big opportunity. As a matter of fact, there's the man that won. The driver of the car number 48. Only one driver on the series has 2 wins, and that is the points leader of Matt Lovett, who leads the way right now in car number 41. 2 wins for Matt Lovett, 1 win for Brian Wirtz, 1 win for Matt Cherry, Talladega last week. And then, of course, you have 1 win also for Dalton Tucker.
He's got this lap traffic he's dealing with right now. I mean, we only have 9 cars on the lead lap, about to make it 8.
The man out in front, car number 41. Matt Lovett for Dark Horse Racing. He is from this city, Bristol, Tennessee, virtually. He's from Bristol, Tennessee in real life. The National Alliance on Mental Illness. Number 41, his 2nd season on the Pro Tour, and he is looking for probably his 3rd. He's looking for his 3rd win this year. And in addition to that, a hometown win. Just like Vegas last night for Kurt Busch.
Absolutely, and we talked about this earlier. We had a interval of 2.3 seconds with a 13 closing. He's opened that up to 4.2 seconds, Wesley, with lap traffic.
With lap traffic in the way, you're exactly right. And mind you, he is about to lap now. It looks like 11th place, I think it is. Hank Caston about to go a lap down. That's 8th place. Yes, he's lapped up to 8 cars now.
And the guy we were talking about earlier on such a good run, the 02, is the next car about to be a lap down.
The 02. And let's re-summarize, man. He powered his way to the front, and then he did not pit. And the reason why he didn't pit is he wanted to stay out for track position. And then on the restart, just got plowed over by the field. Like literally something you would see at Talladega if you're in the draft, and then you go to the top shelf and you lose everything, and they fly by you.
But you can't be disappointed.
Front Apple on pit road. Number 5, Brandon Front Apple comes to the pit lane. Matt Cherry is on pit road. Casey Clark on pit road. Green flag pit stops underway now. Brandon Gagnon.
If you're Lovett right now, you continue to stay out front, wondering if there's going to be a caution with somebody coming to pit road and losing it.
By the way, here's something else that you have to think about. If you pit at Bristol, just like Martinsville as well, under yellow flag conditions, you have to go all the way around to turn number 2 around to go to your pit stall. For the race under green flag mode, you can literally pit on the entrance of pit lane. If you're pitting on the back stretch or the front stretch, you can enter off 2 or off of turn 4. Yeah, that saves you some time, but you still are at risk of going a lap down, especially under green flag conditions.
Yeah, and that's why you'll see if you're the leader, you just stay out as long as you can right now. That way, if it does come out, you've got multiple lap leads on everybody behind you to where you can pit, come out in first, and what we have the top 5 right now in the lead lap, and that's it.
Yeah, everybody else is a lap down. 100 laps to go now. A century grind remains around Bristol. And here comes Matt Lovett. I think he was trying to come to the pit lane. He ought to do some checkup evasive driving to make it around Matt Cherry. And we are closing in on 100 laps to go. Now make it 99 remaining. Green flag pit stops are underway. Here comes the leader, Matt Lovett, down to the bottom of the apron. Notice where he's coming onto the pit lane in car number 41. He'll come to his pit stall, and he will pit, giving the lead now to the modified of Anthony Fitchner in 87 there, Brandon.
The only thing you're saying or you're hearing right now as a driver is your crew chief saying, don't speed. Don't speed, because it is so hard to be patient going all the way around this track at 35 miles an hour in pit road.
Here comes the 41. I mean, you literally are at risk of going a lap down just by dropping down onto the pit lane to go to your pit stall.
He didn't slide through his box, so he's good there. Let's see where he comes out after this pit stop.
Honestly, that was a perfect pit stop as we saw Michael Woolley pulling out.
Absolutely. Don't speed, don't slide through your pit box. The two biggest mistakes you can make under green.
96 laps to go. And now, car number 41 back on course. Lovett will now go 2 laps down. That's what I was trying to tell you there, Brandon. Like, literally, the man that was at the top of the board is now a lap down, 2 laps down.
But watch this. He's about to fly by everybody in front of him.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
The 48's doing it right now with fresh tires at 24 and the 55.
And when it cycles back around, he'll go back on the lead lap.
He should, and he will have a longer run that he'll be able to do. Oh.
Whoa, this is very abnormal that we would see a cycle of green flag pit stops like this. You never, hardly ever see that happen here at Bristol. Look at this shot from the top of Colossus TV.
And if you're Lovett right now, if you're Lovett or Brian in the 82, you're praying that a caution does not come out right now. You've got to make up that track position.
You want this to stay green flag. You want to do everything you can to at least get back. But here's another thing to think about, though. Loudison, Mayu, Brett Edwards, and Isaac Mock, they've not pitted yet. Isaac Mock just came down to the pit lane of the 95 car. So when they pit, it will then cycle back around with these drivers getting back on the lead lap. Unless we get a visit by the Banana Republic flag.
It will, and all you're praying for right now, and the 2 guys that are on the lead lap is a caution. But if they don't get that, they're going to be so far behind because these guys are getting their lats back under green right now.
We're going to go side by side so you do not miss a thing. Just after lap 261, under 100 laps to go. The Barnes Paving and Trucking 350 down to the final Century Grind from Bristol on LSR TV.
We're based out of West Monroe, Louisiana. We do custom T-shirts, racing. We'll do any shirt. We'll do schools, churches, fundraisers. We do a ton of event shirts, as you can see on our board here, all around our banner. Personalized. I mean, we'll do anything. It doesn't matter to us. We got the custom rugs. We use all the, top quality shirts, inks and everything. Hoodies, hats. We do embroidered hats, embroidered shirts. Just you can call us for anything. We do offer the bag and fold to where you can receive them and they're already labeled and tagged and bagged, ready to give out to your customer and stuff. So you just call us and just tell us, hey, this is what we're looking at doing. And if we're going to put the car on there, it is 125 quantity minimum. If it's without the car, it's 60 quantity minimum. That's strictly on the racing stuff. If it's a business or something, if you race on Texas shirts, it's a little bit differently. You can call us. It just depends on your quantity and ink color. Everything is hand drawn. I mean, everything. We don't Photoshop anything onto a shirt or anything like that. Everything that we go through, everything is drawn, and which is the reason for the art fees. We do have several graphic artists that draw for us, and they're really good. So what we do is on any package that you do, we can mix and match. We can do any colors. You can do purple, red, blue, green, and do the rest black. It doesn't matter to us. With your design on there, we can do hoodies. We can do hoodies, long sleeve shirts, t-shirts, tank tops. It doesn't matter. I mean, it's almost limitless what you can do, and you can put all that together in that package to make that minimum requirements. They can call us 318-278-7191, or they can email us at bulletprooftees@yahoo.com, or they can go to the website bulletprooftees.com.
You did not miss a thing. Here comes Matt Lovett trying to get back on the lead lap the racing way, and he has done that. He is in second. He just got his lap back racing, and now he is on the lead lap in second position in front of the leader. Wow.
The 24 is praying for a caution right now, because if he does not get it anytime soon and he does have to come down pit road for fuel, his race will be basically over.
Wow. I mean, you cannot paint this picture any better. Look at this scripted. Look at this. Literally every car up to second now, a lap down. Lovett is just past Lottison to go back on the lead lap, and now Michael Woolley has now gone back on the lead lap. Fronapple is, and Thitchner now. But at one time, every car on the track was a lap down, Brandon.
And Wesley, as you say that, the 6th and 7th place is a lap down, but 8th and beyond, well, 9th and beyond is 2 laps down.
Yeah. This is definitely a unique race here tonight at Bristol. This race has had any and everything. And now as we settle in for the final, 60 laps or so of the race, under that, it has been, very interesting.
I wrote it in big letters in front of me tonight, Wesley. I just wanted to say tempers are flaring all night, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to say that.
Well, you said it one time.
Only once, but I put it in big letters because I was excited. But this is some good races. It's fun to watch.
Under 75 laps to go now. It's not over yet. This is definitely a long green flag run for sure. Honestly, you want a statistic? The last caution flag we had was just after halfway on lap 178.
Did you get that from Larry Mack? Is he in the production booth too?
No.
10-4.
Started up in my head by looking at the numbers.
It sounded good.
Been about 100 laps on a green flag run, and it's still continuing on. Sean Loudison now leading the way up 13 spots, looking like a modified. Now we have 5 cars on the lead lap, including Matt Lovett, Michael Woolley, Anthony Thitchner, and Brandon Fronapple. Brian Wirtz now back on the lead lap. Matt Cherry, the first car. Now he's back on the lead lap now, actually. 1 lap down is Brian Wirtz, Matt Cherry, the Talladega winner. They're wanting either a caution. Obviously, if we get a caution, your man Brandon Fronapple again, Brian Wirtz will get the free pass. The wave around is optional, but to do that though, Brandon, you've got to forfeit making your pit stop.
It's a great move. It makes the race interesting. And when you get to the end of this, and these guys do get a caution and bunch back up, go ahead and take your lap, because most likely with this short track racing, you're going to have another caution come out.
Definitely an interesting run here, ready to take it on home for the final 70 laps or so for this event. Understanding 59 to go to be exact, or 69 to go.
You're going to start seeing some battles with old tires, new tires, and it's going to be a give and take here.
Matt Lovett, the points leader. Michael Woolley in second spot now.
It's a big run for him because as a points leader, you come into this race just saying, stay out of trouble, and he's the race leader right now.
Doing what he's got to do. And I'll tell you what, I'm impressed with also Michael Woolley. He's doing really good too.
He's tricked us tonight, Wes. He's gone up front, towards the back to the front. We thought we had some concerns with him, and he's wheeling and dealing right now.
Yes, sir. Anthony Thitchner in third, Sean Lottison in fourth, Brandon Fronapple in fifth. And he's the last car on the lead lap. Top 5 cars are on the lead lap. Brian Wirtz at 1 lap down. He gets a caution. He's back in business. Actually, correction. Yeah. I can't tell if he's a lap down or... Yeah, he is, man. If he gets a caution, look at this. Last pit stop stint was 97 laps ago, Brandon Gagnon.
I don't see how he's still holding on to it. He's going to have to pit here soon, at least for fuel. And here he comes.
And here he comes.
Road.
Boy, ESP for BG.
I like it. I'm going to trademark it and use it.
Sean Lottison on the pit road, making his 6th pit stop now. He'll give up a 98 green flag lap run before he comes down to the pit lane. And I promise you, he's going to go all out. 4 tires, 4 Mr. Feelgoods, as Charles Wooten calls it. Splash the Sunoco fuel, 2 full tanks going in. Tear off for the windshield. Squill the tires and sayonara. Cannot make a mistake though on the pit lane.
Nope, and he's sliding. He took it easy. He's going to give up a little bit of time, but he slid right in there nice and easy.
And this is what gets me, and I said something about it earlier, and I thought maybe they're going to follow that same transition as we see Matt Lovett back to the lead. In the real race and other races I've done virtually for Bristol, Brandon, if you pit under a green flag run, you can enter onto the straightaway pit area entrance that you're parking on. In this race tonight, they've literally had to do like you really do under the caution flag.
Agreed. And it does get confusing when we enter races like this as a driver. You try and get from race control right before the race starts. Do I enter here? Do I enter there? And while you're racing, you really need help from your spotter because you don't know what the front stretch or the back stretch is. You don't see that.
And by the way, I've actually been told that they do have the option in iRacing, not on the simulator, to pick 2 lanes or 1 lane. And I guess they wanted to do the 2 lanes. Because like I said, even in real life with NASCAR at Bristol, you can pit. If you're pitting on the front stretch, you can enter the pit lane in a green flag run off the pit road at 4. You have to pit off the pit road entrance in 2, all the way around the pit on the front stretch under caution. And the same thing could go if you're on the pits in the back straightaway. But, you know, again, this option was made where you're going to make a whole lap. And honestly, now I see why you're losing 2 laps automatically when you green flag pit stop.
And I'd rather keep it that 2-lane, Wesley, because just all the drivers understand. Here's where you enter. Here's where you exit. No confusion at all. We got a battle here for third.
This is Thitchner, man. He's going for second on Woolley. The modified car going after second. Moving by lap traffic.
Do we see a pick move coming?
Trying to get around that other car, the 84 of Casey Knighton. The lap car, Casey Knighton back in 14th. He is 6 laps down now. And here comes the modified man. Double M on board with Anthony Thitchner.
Is he going to use the bumper?
From Poughkeepsie, New York.
The bumper. Oh, and he gives him damage.
Bump and run, and he might damage his own car in the process. I wouldn't do that. He's at the wall. Oh, he bounced off the wall and got him run on him on the inside. Are you kidding me?
What a move. Does he clear him out of the next corner?
Oh, my God.
Oh, he hits
the wall again.
He hits him. Am I watching Chase Elliott and Joey Logano? They put each other on the wall.
Goodness. Thitchner and Woolley fighting for it. He literally bounced off the wall as a pick and made it work. That's worth a swag replay. Watch this on the 87. Are you kidding me? Put me to bed, Mama. I have seen too much right now. Look at this as we had 350 to go. Watch the 87 car. Beaten, battered, banged, bruised, and he says, oh, I'm going to hit the wall. I'm going to use it as an advantage. Pull to the inside. It's coming up, and he'll make the clear to the inside, and then he puts him in the fence. And Woolley just barely had to get on the binders to avoid him, Brandon.
I haven't got to say this again since after lap 300, but after something like that happens, tempers are flaring at Bristol, baby.
Oh, wow. 46 laps to go. Love it. Woolley now back to third. There's the man that did it.
The 41, Matt Lovett, has now opened up a 7.5 second lead. Very impressive.
Wow. And Thitchner's car, as we approach under 45 laps to go here, there he is. He's about a straightaway behind. Caution comes out. He's in business.
Caution? What is that?
Well, it's a flag. It's yellow. It's sponsored by Swag on LSR TV. And, you know, slows the field. Yeah, you get the bananas. Yeah.
Thanks for the description.
Here, monkey, 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 monkey. Love it. Out in front. Thitchner, there he is, and here comes Woolley back for round 2.
If he gets to him, there will be payback. Mark my word, there will be payback.
I think so. I believe it is. He's on a mission, I'm telling you.
If on the 87, I'm hoping that green lizard gets a little bit smaller in my mirror right now.
The Lizard, Michael Woolley for Dark Horse Racing out of Eddington, Illinois for NVIDIA. I finally said it right, producer. 9 seasons in the Pro Series.
Speaking
Trying
of producer,
to run back down Thitchner.
Can we see if the track temps changed at all? Are we still
let's
able
check
to
track
see
temperature now.
And we got green flag pit stops
They're
again.
pitting again. Oh my goodness, look at the track temperature. It ain't really changed. It's still the same.
Yeah, it's actually dropped a little bit. That's
76
shocking.
degrees right now. Wind temperature is still the same. Track temp is gone down, what, 2 degrees? 186 the last time we checked. It's 82. It went up to 84. Yeah.
This is interesting. I'm wondering if these guys waited long enough to where they're going to get fresh ones and hope that another caution does not come out.
Wow.
And they can run them back down.
And Thitchner and Woolley pitted with each other at the same time. And by the way, every car a lap down except Matt Lovett.
Unbelievable. Impressive run by him.
Our producer in the truck said he could probably lap himself. Everybody is pitting. Now, my question is this. Can we look at the last time he pitted in 41? Matt Lovett, let's look. 61. He could probably go to the finish on this. I'm telling you, I think he could gamble, Brandon Gagnon.
I think so too. Right now, I'm asking my spotter and my crew chief what I've got left for fuel just to see if I need to save because I've got a whole lap lead. So if I've got to conserve, I will. But
would you imagine that we'd be talking about a fuel mileage race on a short track like Bristol?
Never. Never. But when we're in the booth with you, who knows what's going to happen?
35 laps to go. The Barnes Paving and Trucking Incorporated 350 has been a humdinger. As we approach the 10 o'clock Eastern hour, 9 Central LSR TV time. Brandon Gagnon, Wesley Outland, Charles Wooten on production, and this is the No Limit Racing Pro Series. Cars all a lap down, 1 lap or more. The man that is the points leader, looking for the hat trick win, number 3, is Matt Lovett in the number 41 from Bristol, Tennessee.
What I'm really interested to see coming up with about 30 to go, see how quick the 13 gets at least 1 lap back.
Yeah. Caution! Caution's out!
We have a caution!
Caution out! Trouble number 17 for Black Horse Racing spins. That's Josh Klinger.
Oh! Oh!
Thitchner, Cherry, they crash. Here's a look at it again. Holy cow, watch this. Klinger gets into Thitchner. Thitchner does not back off. He bounces off the wall. Here comes Matt Cherry, nowhere to go.
And he just pitted. The 87 just pitted with fresh tires, and his night is going to come to an end being 3 or 2 laps down.
.319, actually, yeah, 319 minus 178. A 141 lap green flag run has just expired, Brandon Gagnon.
So here's what I'm doing. The 41's going to come down pit road. He has to. He's the only one on the lead lap. He can get his tires, do whatever fuel he wants. He's good. The second
and he stays in the lead.
Yes, and the second place car needs to stay out. He'll get his lap back and hope for a caution to where he'll be on the lead lap with the 41 and he can come in and get fresh tires.
And then everyone else behind the car lap down that's going to take the lucky dog, the free pass of Josh Mayu, will either decide, do I pit or do I take a wave around and try to get back one of my laps? Because honestly, behind Mayu, they're 2 laps down or 1 lap down or more.
Yeah, but correct me if I'm wrong. The Mayhew will get his lap back, but the other guys will not be able to.
The other guys will not unless they take the free pass.
That's right.
If they take the wave around, but if they take the wave around, they cannot pit. Do you take that gamble?
Absolutely. At this point, you're just trying to get as many laps back as possible, expecting more cautions to come.
Look at all the rubber buildup on the bottom of the racetrack. What a show this has been. Man, closing in on under 30 laps to go. Quick commercial break. It's Bristol, baby. Tippers are flaring. It's getting good. We'll be back with more on LSR TV, the No Limit Pro Series, in a moment.
Let's go! It's in the air. Ladies and gentlemen, we're off and racing for 300 laps tonight, 300 laps tomorrow night. Look at car number 110. He said, look at me, I'm out the lead. He is right in the middle of the racetrack, ladies and gentlemen, in reverse with cars going.
Back here for the restart. Under 25 laps to go coming up. And this should be a wild one. We're ready to bring this one to the finish unless we have another wreck fest. And there's a caution again. Oh, so much for that.
Here it comes.
I don't think that was meant to happen. I don't think that was meant to happen, Brandon. I think they're going to manually throw a yellow and get everybody back into position again.
So what's going to be interesting, does lead control or race control tell Josh that he can't pit after getting his lap back when he could get tires now and multiple drivers get the wave around?
There is 2 cars on the lead lap. My question is this: will the opportunity come for these drivers a lap down and more to get another wave around since the caution came back out?
Not with the leader staying out. Yeah, since the leader's going to stay out, these guys won't be able to get the wave around. Only the next guy.
No, but they threw a caution. So nobody's going to get the lucky dog or the free pass like Hank Casting because they're multiple laps down. But can they take the wave around at 1 to go and get one of the laps back?
I don't think they can because the leader's staying out. So you will get a lucky dog who would be 2 laps down, make him 1 lap down.
And that's the 55, and that's Caston.
Correct, but I'll be interested to see if they give that. They got to give it to him. They allowed Josh Mayhew to pit, so you're gonna have Mayhew with fresh tires and Lovett with fresh tires. We might actually have a race here.
I mean, you literally just let the 0-2 come to the pits, and now he's going to weasel back out in front of all these cars a lap down and more, and he is going to put a shootout with Lovett for the finish of this deal.
Race control, I would hope, does give Hank at least 1 lap back since he is the first car, multiple laps down, but the first car a lap down.
They're debating, deciding, trying to figure out. I don't know what happened here. I'm wondering if maybe iRacing, the server jumped the gun and threw the green, and the cars were not ready to go. They weren't in place. So I'm wondering if this might just be a void caution. Okay, understanding our production crew is right now in conversations with the No Limit Racing Series officials about what the call is here.
Well, you never know.
This is bizarre. This has been such a unique race in so many levels, and now this happens.
Yeah, but you said it earlier. It's Bristol, baby. Anything can happen. This is definitely interesting to see.
Did you see Martinsville yesterday where, well, here comes Mayhew, and here comes the 24. This is the wave around. See, I told you. Or
No, they're only allowing one car, and for whatever reason, it was the car in 9.
Sean Lottison, they're letting the guy in 9th place get by him. I don't understand it.
I can't speak for it because that's definitely, I don't know where that came from.
Nonetheless, man, this has been an interesting show for sure. Ready to bring this one to the finish. Coming up on 20 laps to go here in a few more laps.
We got the 2 car that made a big run on fresh tires against a guy that's been dominant all night. Let's see if the 02's got anything for him. Here we go, green.
They're going to make their way back to the Zombie Racing Parts restart box. Green flag, and look at Matt Lovett. He's gone. Pulling away from Mayu. 20 laps to go here at Bristol in the Barnes Paving and Trucking 350 cars a lap down except 1 and 2, and they got crashing 3 wide. Somebody lift. Whoa.
Driving a Tony Stewart paint scheme, driving like Tony. We got a wreck.
Down, Evan Keys into the wall. Goes car number 99, David DeFazio. Many others wrecking. Caution out with 19 to go. It don't matter if they're a lap down or more. It's Bristol. They're crashing.
Swag commercial replay, or swag replay.
Holy cow, look at that.
The 46 threw it in there, slammed him.
That's Evan Keys. And then look at this. Oh, my goodness.
That's not good.
The 92 of Edward Jurgen. Then Loudison, he got hit.
13's involved.
By the way, Sean Loudison was the car that got the free pass, remember?
Yeah.
From this view, this is going to be cool. Ooh, I like that. Ah. Watch Jurgen. Jurgen got a punt from the 46. And that was the first shot. Here we go again. 36 to the 92 into the 17. Woolley gets hit, so does Sean Lottison. Oh my goodness. Tough break of the car number 92. The number 92 machine, that's the driver, of course. And Jurgen for JEK Racing out of Mullica Hill, New Jersey. The Gatorade sponsored machine, 49 years old in his 2nd season on the No Limit Racing Pro Tour.
I'm telling you right now, if Josh can't get a good jump, the 41's going to walk away with this. For whatever reason, all night tonight, you have not been able to get a jump with the leader. I don't know if it's timing, if it's just amazing restarts, but that inside line continues to get checked up.
Look at the temperature. It's dropped again. 1 degree. It was 76 degrees. Now it's 1 degree temperature. 75. No, correction. It was 74 degrees. Now it's 75 degrees for ambient temp. 80 degrees track temperature. It just dropped 4 degrees. And it's probably because the track cooled off as well when we had these spring of yellow flags.
Agreed. And that's going to happen. I don't think it's going to make that big of a difference this late in the race with this much rubber on the track. But we'll see what happens here. 15 to go. It's Bristol.
And now, Josh Mayu still on the lead lap with Matt Lovett. Hank Caston will be able to take the lucky dog and get his lap back. He's still 1 lap down. Everyone else has the opportunity to go for the wave around, but they can't pit.
I'm okay with a wave around, not having to pit this late in the race. Anytime you get a lap back at Bristol this late, you take it. But it looks like they're only
going for it. Well, no.
No, they're only going to give it to the 24 again, who was also involved in that wreck.
Yeah, I don't understand this. I do not know why all these cars are not trying to take the advantage to go for the wave around. And, you know, you didn't pit. You go for the wave around and get back one of your laps, and instead they're unless it's not in the rule book. Maybe their series doesn't do that for this.
Yeah.
Well, if you're not in front of the leader, you can't get the wave around. Back to the Zombie Auto Parts Restart box and 14 to go. Back to green here at Bristol. 13 remaining now on the restart, and Matt Lovett is gone again.
The 87 is on a roll right now.
Here we go, round and round. Anthony Fitchner, we're watching him in the 87 car. He is, though, 2 laps down.
Wow, the 17 in front of him is 3 laps down, so it's not even a battle for position right now.
That's right. He just passed the leader like a sitting duck. He's trying to get one of his laps back in the 41. That shows you just how strong his car is. Even though it's all wrecked and beaten and battered, front apple there as well, he can literally hang with the best of them. To the line here at Bristol. 10 to go.
The interval keeps growing between first and second up to 0.6.
Only 2 cars on the lead lap. Here we go, round and round and round. Lovett, Mayu, they're 1 and 2. Fitchner third, 2 laps down, along with Front Apple, Edwards, Wirtz, Woolley, Caston, and Loudison. 3 laps down is Matt Cherry in 10th. 9 to go. Now make it 8 remaining. We're riding on board with 1 lap down or 2 laps down driver Brandon Front Apple, the pole car, right in front of the 87.
87 into the wall.
Wow.
He held on to it.
What a save there for Anthony Fitchner. I thought he was going to crash.
Have you ever seen this many guys, this many laps down, battling for a top 5?
Wow. 171 lap green flag run. Everybody gets stuck a lap down or more. We were literally about to begin a second sequence of green flag pit stops, and finally the caution came out, and when it did, everybody had pitted except for Matt Lovett, and it mired the pack. 5 to go. There he is. Matt Lovett looking for 3rd win of the season on the No Limit Pro Tour, the points leader, and it's Bristol. It's his house like Flow Rider. Matt Lovett loving Bristol tonight.
Welcome to my house.
Matt Lovett down the back straightaway. Laps winding down here in the Barnes Paving and Trucking 350. 3 remaining. Less than 2 miles to go. Back straightaway, working his way off of turn number 4. 2 to go. I think it's his race. What a show there, Brandon Gagnon.
It's unbelievable. It's impressive. Very proud of him. Let's see if he can hold on to this thing.
The man out of Bristol, Tennessee will come to the line. The white linen unveils over the field. It is the Swag 1 to go. Presented by Swag E-Wraps and Graphics here tonight. 3rd win on the season as he moves around the 95 car of Mock. Checkered flag. His house. Lovett's house. It's Bristol. He wins his 3rd No Limit Racing Series Pro event in the Barnes Paving 350.
That's impressive. What a run by him. Well deserved.
Lovett wins. Josh Mayu 2nd. Everybody else 3rd on back. A lap down, and virtually just like they do reality at the end of every race at Bristol under the lights, there goes the pyro from the east end of the speedway on through the air in turn number 2 right now. The celebration is on. Wow.
Burn them down in Bristol town.
Matt Cherry winning at Talladega for our first race. I'm going somewhere with this. Matt Cherry winning his Talladega race last week, and we thought that was an exciting one. What a spectacular, unexpected turn of events here at Bristol. Another great show right here on your home for sim racing, LSR TV. We hope you enjoyed the entertainment.
He blew it up. You know he's excited. Hometown
He blew up
winner.
the motor. You hear the horns going off? Do y'all hear the air horns?
It's like we're there, Wesley.
I know. Look at all the buildup of the rubber. Look at all that. I think he's blew the motor, everybody. We need a tow truck for the Victory Lane car. We need.
Hey,
So
when
while
it's-
Matt Lovett gets a hook in a tow vacation to victory lane, let's take a look at the official results of the Barnes Paving and Trucking 350 at Bristol. The crowd is loving it. They're loving it. It's the No Limit Race and iRacing League every Monday night. Unofficial race results presented by SawBlade.com. Matt Lovett, your winner. Josh Mayu, the only car on the lead lap. What a show for superstar Anthony Fitchner. I think that's his new nickname. What a job he put on tonight in 87. Brian Wirtz, second, and will finish in fourth. Good run for him, at least in the points, being second in the standings. Brandon Frontapple, the pole car, will finish fifth. 2 laps down, mind you. Brett Edwards, Hank Caston, Michael Woolley, Sean Lawless, and Matt Cherry, your top 10.
rounding out 11th is Alex Coates. 12th place is number 84 of Casey Knighton. 13th, you got the 17 of Josh Klinger. 14th, the number 95 is Isaac Mock. And then rounding out your top 15 is the 92 of Eric Jurgen.
21st. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, Stephen Evasius as well. I'm sorry there. Matt Jorgensen is 21st. Ryan Hendrick, 22nd. Casey Gilchrist. A tough day for that gentleman, 23rd. Also, Moline had some problems. Elrod, Cox, and Dipple unable to start the race here. Tough on brakes on him. He blew a motor in practice. When it's all said and done, third win at home at Bristol. Matt Lovett will talk to the top 3. The Clan War servers post-race wrap-up upon the horizon from Bristol. What a show. Back with more in a moment on your home for sim racing. Clan Wars Gamers, hosting gamers worldwide and the official communications partner of Live Sim Racing. It's time for the Clan Wars servers post-race wrap-up from Bristol. After the Barnes Graded and Paving Trucking Entry 350, what a show it was when it's all said and done. 2 cars finish on the lead lap, everyone else a lap down or more. And Matt Lovett wins at his house at Bristol. We'll talk to him in a minute, but right now on the podium, we're going to talk now to the driver of the car, number 82, Brian Wirtz. A good points day for you. You battled as hard as you could. Actually, my correction, they're actually saying Anthony Titchener has got third. Third place, Anthony. Man, I'm going to tell you, what a show you put on. Superstar is your new nickname for me, Ben. What a show here at Bristol. What's your take of the event?
Oh, I appreciate it, man. It was rough. Felt like it was playing pinball half the time there, but not a lot of good racing, a lot of good strategy. I'm just glad that Bristol's one of them tracks where you don't need your corners looking good in order to finish good, man. Third felt like a win for sure.
Into some trouble after you pitted trying to make a comeback. Was lap traffic that concerning to you, or what were you doing trying to get around them?
For the most part, they weren't. You were kind of just trying to guess where they were going to go, and a lot of guys would stay low, so it was nice. But I did get tagged there by a lap car and had to work my way up through traffic a couple times. But for the most part, them guys, it was just as busy being a lap car as it was being up front, because them guys are constantly in the mirror, trying to look out, and they come real quick. So, you're just trying to dodge them and look for the best lane.
Did you ever expect that this race would turn out the way that it did?
I didn't. I think it was better than I thought it was going to be. Usually you get a lot of cautions, but to have green flag pit stops, I thought was amazing. So a lot better than I thought it was going to be. And I'm real happy for where we finished and how everything went tonight, especially for my teammates. My teammate Josh May, he got second place. And my other teammate, Sean, he got 9th. So just all 3 of us in the top 10 tonight was good for Team Haters Make Us Famous.
From Poughkeepsie, New York, thank your sponsors on the 87, Anthony Titchener.
Yes, sir. Jim Beam, Shady Records. Want to thank them. Want to thank Brandon for putting the league together, and just all these guys that show up every single week, man. You guys for these amazing broadcasts. Can't wait to go back and watch them, man.
It was definitely entertaining. Anthony Titchener, the man I now call Superstar, gets himself a top 3 finish here. A wild show. Runner-up in the race, he just mentioned his teammate, the car number 02, the driver out of Lyons, New York. It is Josh Mayu. Josh, man, what's your take of a wild 300-lap race at Martinsville yesterday? And then, of course, you also run this event. Craziness here at Short Tracks the last 2 nights for you. You do get second, though.
Yeah, man. It's been a wild couple days, but very fortunate to be able to do this. Had a great run tonight, long run car. Definitely happy for second place.
I'm gonna ask you, you saved your tires in the pits, and you had that long green flag run to where you got to the lead. They blew back by you since you were on old tires. What was your thought at that point? Did you think you were sitting duck? Were you hoping for a caution? I saw you falling, and I knew that you needed a new set of tires quick.
Yeah, I had Dougie, my spotter, in my ear. He was like, just be patient, be patient. You're good on the long run. We're going to be golden at the end if you have an extra set. And I still had a set left. So, yeah, I was worried there. I thought I was going to get eaten up. I almost went a lap down there once, but was able to hold it off, and it all worked out.
Did you ever expect such a long green flag run? And actually, you were the man that was, for a second, got kind of snake bit because you went to the pits, and then, when Matt got the lead, you got stung there for a lap, but that you fought back, got your lap back. Your car was so strong, you literally passed cars. You and Matt Lovett to get back on the lead lap. I mean, your cars were dominant. You really put on a good show today.
Yeah, that, man. Yeah, we had a rocket for sure. If I could just get through lap traffic clean, I knew I was going to be good, especially on a long run. That last run there, the short run, I wasn't going to be able to get Matt. Had no short run speed, but I wish it was a longer run, definitely, because I wanted to fight for that W.
Before we let you go, thank your sponsors on the 02.
Harley Davidson, man. That's my main sponsor. Got to thank them. Got to thank you guys. Got to thank Haters Make Us Famous, Anthony Thitchner. He put together a great team, and Sean. We got a great top 10, and appreciate Brandon for No Limit Racing, and you guys for top-notch broadcasts.
That's the driver again, getting the number 2 position out of Lyons, New York. It's the driver, Josh Mayu. Now we're going to talk to our winner in victory lane at his house. Driver out of Bristol, Tennessee. 3rd win on the season. Number 41, Matt Lovett. What a show here. Did you expect it to turn out the way that it did?
You don't come to Bristol expecting to win. It was a great race. It was a great race. I'm proud of everybody. We were able to do some green flag runs there, which is something you don't see a lot of, and especially in leagues.
I gotta ask you, when you got the lead, you were by yourself, multiple laps ahead, were you just sitting there praying that a caution would not come out, knowing that you needed to pit again?
You pray that the caution doesn't come out too early. The later is always better after you pit. So I'm always one of those people that always get stuck or pit too soon or something like that. But yeah, it's always in the back of your mind. Please don't let this be a caution, or caution, please don't come out.
It was a great run by you. It was well deserved. Pit strategy was amazing. Lap traffic workarounds was great. So congratulations on the win. And like Kurt Busch said it last night, it's huge to get a win in your hometown. So I know you're excited.
It really is. I'd like to say I came up with the strategy. Unfortunately, I did not. That was all my spotters doing. Corey Doss, he put us where we needed to be. I told him tonight, I'm going to drive the car, bud. You're going to deal with the strategy. He said deal, and he took us to victory lane.
Congratulations, bud.
I'll tell you, it was a very unique race. Did you ever think that the race would end up the way that it did with these 171 lap green flag run, might I add, from lap 176 to almost, 322 or around that time whenever the caution fell? I mean, it was very unique. Close to 200 laps on a green flag run at Bristol. Very, very abnormal.
It is indeed very abnormal. There for a second, I was talking to Corey, and I was like, I don't know how to do a green flag pit stop at Bristol. Never done one. How do you do it? He talked me through it, and I don't know how we got such a big lead like we did, but I'm not complaining too much.
Let's go back to earlier in the race. You and Wirtz, you and Mark Wirtz fighting on the racetrack. You're 1-2 in the points. You're 1-2 on the racetrack. He was 2-1. Great competition between you guys, for sure.
It always is. At the beginning, I was not good at saving the tires. I was not. The tires were gone after lap 30 on that first run. So I sat there and I learned how to save the tires the best I could, just in case we got a long run. And I think we were able to do that. And I think that's what really gave us the advantage, was learning how to save the tires here at Bristol.
And by the way, I was referring to Brian Wirtz. I said Mark Wirtz, and I'm thinking of a NASCAR late model stock racer in Virginia. So nonetheless, though, man, congratulations. But hey, a final question for you, extended. What does it mean for you to win at Bristol, even if it's virtual?
You always, even if it's virtual, you still want to win at your home track. And I really wanted this one really bad, a lot more than Daytona or Auto Club, where we won it earlier this year. It feels great, and hopefully we've got more to come. The season's not over yet.
Yeah, on to Charlotte. Sponsors on that 41.
We've got NAMI, National Alliance on Mental Illness. They're a support group. They're trying to get more awareness out in the world. Signature Esports also sponsors DHR. I'd like to thank my teammates, Brian Wirtz, Casey Knight, and Michael Woolley. And also really thankful for Corey Doss for putting that strategy together to get us there. That strategy was killer. Thank you guys for the broadcast, and I can't wait to go racing next week.
All right, 3rd win for the man, 30 years old, out of Dark Horse Racing Stables. Matt Lovett will leave his house, Bristol, with the win and as the points leader as we pack her up from the short track and move to, of course, America's home for racing, Charlotte Motor Speedway, next Monday night. Brandon Gagnon, always fun working with you in the booth, my friend. What's your thoughts as we wrap up Bristol here this Monday evening?
Go to the short track mountains, back to the Queen City. Can't wait for it. It was a great time with you in the booth tonight, bud. And thanks, Cody, in the production booth. It was awesome having you here, too.
A big event when it's all said and done. Again, the driver pulls off a hat trick in the season so far. 3 wins now for the man of the number 41 out of Bristol, Tennessee. He wins at Bristol, does a phenomenal job tonight in the Barnes Paving and Trucking 350. Thank you to Brandon Fronapple and all of the officials of the No Limit Racing Series on the Pro Tour. Remember, their Thunder Series Xfinity program will be in action tomorrow night as well. Want to know more? Go to NoLimitRacing.net while you're checking out LiveSimRacing.com. For executive producer Charles Wooten, for Brandon Gagnon, I'm Wesley Outland. Congratulations again to Matt Lovett dominating his house at Bristol. And now we move on to Charlotte with No Limit Racing. God bless you all. Please keep on praying for America.
This broadcast is the copyrighted work of LSR TV and may not be rebroadcast, retranslated, or used in any form without the express written consent of 52 Media LLC and iRacing.com Motorsports Simulations. LSR TV would like to thank you for your support, and we hope you enjoyed tonight's broadcast.